Hi everyone, welcome to episode 1 of my Japan series. Today I'm taking you to Osaka. Osaka is Japan's third largest city after Tokyo and Yokohama. Home to 2.8 million people, it welcomed over 14 million international tourists in 2024, with this number expected to surpass 15 million in 2025. Osaka does not fit the two stereotypical images that pop into my head when I think of Japan. Clean, organized, futuristic megacities, or ancient cities with thousands of years of history, kimonos, and minkas. Osaka has its own distinctive atmosphere that's hard to explain unless you've been there for yourself. As always, I think the first step to smart travel is understanding the city's history. Osaka is and has always been Japan's commercial and merchant hub. This goes back over 1,000 years to when Osaka was called Naniwa during the Asuka period. The Asuka period was a pivotal era with key developments like the adoption of Chinese civilization and Buddhism. During this time, Naniwa was a key port that facilitated trade and cultural exchange with China and Korea. From the Asuka period, Osaka continued to exist as an integral port town and major religious fortress up until the 16th century. There were two growth spurts in Osaka's history, the Edo period and post-Meiji Restoration. Osaka's first growth spurt was triggered right before the Edo period when warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi constructed the Osaka Castle in 1583, transforming the city into Japan's political, military, and economic capital. For 15 years until his death, Hideyoshi ruled unified Japan from Osaka Castle, and the city served as the de facto capital. Subsequent to overthrowing the Toyotomi clan in the 1615 siege of Osaka, Tokugawa Ieyasu established his shogunate in Edo. After the capital moved to Edo, Osaka flourished as Japan's main commercial city. Unlike Kyoto, which always had a strong nobility presence, or Tokyo, which was the center of a new forming aristocracy, Osaka remained the city for merchants and entrepreneurs. It developed a vibrant commoner culture, which can still be seen through Osaka's unpretentious and lively spirit. This identity continues on today as the Osaka-jin, which refers to the Osaka people's pride in their hometown. Osaka-jin are known to be friendly, humorous, outgoing, direct, and business savvy, a very practical personality stemming from their roots as a merchant city. During the Edo period, Osaka became a central hub in the rice trade, which was the currency at the time, amongst all the other goods flowing in from across the country. This gave Osaka the nickname of being the kitchen of Japan. Today, this nickname has evolved to embody its dynamic food culture. The entire city is basically obsessed with food. If you're a foodie, you will not be disappointed in Osaka. 3 must-try foods are takoyaki, okonomiyaki, and kushikatsu. Osaka's second growth spurt happened after the Meiji Restoration in 1868. During this time, Osaka transitioned into a major industrial urban center. Although the city suffered significant damage from the World War II American bombings that targeted its industrial cities, Osaka rapidly rebuilt after the war, re-emerging as a major economic, financial, and cultural hub. In this video, I will divide Osaka into 6 areas. We'll start off in the northern area, Kita, and then travel south through Nakanoshima, Minami, and Tennoji. Then we'll explore Osaka Castle to the east and Osaka Bay area to the west. After arriving at Osaka Kansai Airport, most people have to get to either Namba or Umeda. I personally think the best way to get to either one is by rail. For Namba, you can take the Nankai Railway to get to Nankai Namba Station. There are 2 types of trains, Airport Express, which is like a subway, or Limited Express Rapid, which has reserved seating. I recommend taking the regular Airport Express unless you're adamant on having reserved seats, because the Rapid only saves 10 minutes and comes at longer intervals. For Umeda, you can take the JR trains that take you directly to JR Osaka Station. There are 2 types of trains, Kansai Airport Rapid Service, which takes about 70 minutes on a commuter train, or Limited Express Haruka, which takes 45 minutes and is great value if you have a JR pass. Kita is the northern area of Osaka, with Umeda being its representative neighborhood. Although it does not have an extensive history like its southern neighbor, Kita rivals Minami as a dining, shopping, and entertainment paradise. Kita is modern and sophisticated, while Minami is retro and vibrant. In the Kita area, I will show you the bustling Umeda district, Umeda Sky Building, Nakajakicho, Tenjinbashi Suji Shopping Street, and Osaka Tenmangu Shrine. Within Kita, Umeda is a massive transportation and commercial hub, housing rail stations, department stores, shopping malls, restaurants, hotels, and parks. Acting as the nexus for all railways in and out of Osaka, it is home to multiple railway stations including JR Osaka Station, JR Kitashinchi Station, Hankyu Osaka Umeda Station, Hanshin Osaka Umeda Station, and Osaka Metro Umeda Station. On top of being a transportation hub, the entire area is a major commercial complex with infinite shopping and dining. It is home to the HEP 5 department store, which has the iconic red Ferris wheel. In addition, it houses Hankyu department store, Hanshin department store, Taimaru department store, Hankyu Men's Osaka, Grand Front Osaka, Rukua Osaka and Rukua 1100, Harvest Plaza and Harvest Plaza ENT, Lynx Umeda, Yodobashi Camera Store, Enyu Chayamachi, and underground shopping malls like Hwiti Umeda and Hankyu Sanbangai. There are also endless food options in Umeda. Visitors will experience somewhat of a decision overload when trying to decide what to eat here. Each department store and shopping mall has its own food court. The food courts in Umeda boast a reputation of being very high quality, with people visiting the department stores and shopping malls just for the food. Popular spots include the Rukua Basement Food Court, Umeda Food Hall located in Hankyu Sanbangai, and Snack Park in the basement of Hanshin Department Store. The only downside is that certain shops may be difficult to find in the labyrinth. Just a 15-minute walk west of Umeda Station, you'll find the Umeda Sky Building, an architectural masterpiece designed by Hiroshi Hara. In 2008, The Times listed among the top 20 buildings around the world, along with structures like the Sagrada Familia, Parthenon, and Taj Mahal. It is the world's first connected tower skyscraper with unique features like the floating escalators. The two 40-story towers are connected at their two uppermost floors by a circular atrium and open-air rooftop. The floating garden observatory on the 39th to 40th floors is popular among visitors because it provides 360-degree unobstructed views of Osaka in open air. If you walk 15 minutes east from Umeda, you will find Nakajakicho, a bohemian neighborhood dubbed the artistic haven of Osaka. Much of Osaka was destroyed during World War II, but Nakajakicho was miraculously spared, preserving its nostalgic atmosphere. Over the past 2 decades, this residential neighborhood began attracting artists and entrepreneurs. Today, it is the ideal neighborhood for cafe hoppers who want to spend a peaceful day amidst coffee and art. If you walk 10 minutes east from Nakajakicho, you will find Tenjinbashi Suji Shopping Street. This is the longest covered shopping arcade in Japan, stretching 2.6 kilometers and home to 600 stores. It has roots going back almost 400 years to when it was a wholesale vegetable market that grew around Osaka Tenmangu Shrine. The flow of worshippers spurred the development of the shopping street. The vibes here are more local compared to other shopping streets like Shinsaibashi Suji and Ebisubashi Suji. South of Tenjinbashi Suji Shopping Street is Osaka Tenmangu Shrine. This Shinto shrine worships the deity of scholarship, Sugawara no Michizane. A lot of people come here to pray for their exams and academic success. It also hosts the annual Tenjin Matsuri Festival in July, one of Japan's top 3 festivals along with Kyoto's Kion Matsuri and Tokyo's Kanda Matsuri. Between Kita and Minami, there's a small sandbar island called Nakanoshima. This island is the heart of Osaka's administration, business, culture, and art. Here you can find the Nakanoshima Museum of Art, National Museum of Art, Osaka Science Museum, Museum of Oriental Ceramics, Osaka City Hall, Osaka City Central Public Hall, Osaka Prefectural Nakanoshima Library, Nakanoshima Park, Nakanoshima Rose Garden, and Nakanoshima River Cruise. Nakanoshima is clean and laid back, making it a leisurely paced escape from the bustling Umeda and Namba areas. There is also Kitahama Cafe Street, where you'll find cafes and brunch spots overlooking the river. Next, we're going to Minami, the most popular area in Osaka. We'll start off at Totonbori Canal and explore areas to its north, Shinsaibashi, Midoshichi, Amerikamura, and Horie, and then we'll explore areas to its south, Namba, Hosenji Yokocho, Kuromon Market, Tenden Town, and Senichimai Togoyasuji Shopping Street. Totonbori Canal is the dazzling centerpiece of Minami, incessantly radiating with the excitement of tourists. The canal is lined with vibrant signs that turn into colorful reflections off the water at night. Don't forget to take a photo in front of the Klikkoman sign. This sign is an advertisement for Ezaki Co., a major Japanese confectionery company that first put up the sign in 1935. The inspiration comes from the idea that one piece of the company's candy provided enough energy to run 300 meters. The Ebisu Bridge is a good place to see the Klikkoman sign and conveniently connects to the entrances of Shinsaibashi Suji Shopping Street and Ebisubashi Suji Shopping Street. Along the Totonbori Canal, you will find Totonbori River Walk, a pedestrian promenade lined with shops. You can also experience the Totonbori River Cruise, which lets you see Totonbori from the water. Also by the canal, you will find the ornate Tonkyote store. The face of the store is decorated by the Ebisu Tower Ferris wheel, which is the world's first oval-shaped Ferris wheel. If you walk a minute south from Totonbori Canal, you'll realize why Osaka is called the Kitchen of Japan. This area is filled with food stalls and restaurants with bold and stimulating signs. One unique feature of Totonbori's food scene is their massive animated food signs. Not only do you eat with your mouth, you can also feast with your eyes. Here, you'll find Osaka's must-eats: takoyaki, okonomiyaki, kushikatsu, ramen, cheese tarts, and so on. The list never ends. North of Totonbori Canal is an area called Shinsaibashi. The southern entrance of the lively Shinsaibashi Suji Shopping Street is found near Ebisu Bridge. This 600-meter fully covered shopping arcade has been the center of commerce since the Edo period, with a history of nearly 400 years. The street is lined with so many stores, restaurants, and even department stores. I could spend hours here if I didn't have an itinerary to follow. To the south of Totonbori Canal, Namba starts. From Ebisu Bridge, you'll find the entrance of Ebisubashi Suji Shopping Street. If Shinsaibashi Suji was not enough for you, you can continue your shopping and eating into Ebisubashi Suji. This 370-meter fully covered shopping arcade runs from Totonbori to Namba Station. Namba Station is a transportation hub in the heart of Minami. If you take the Nankai train from the airport, it'll take you here. Almost like a smaller version of Umeda, it is a huge complex with countless dining, shopping, and entertainment. It is directly connected to several shopping malls and underground malls like Namba City, Namba Parks, Namba Walk, and Takashimaya Department Store. Department stores and shopping malls in the Namba and Shinsaibashi area include Takashimaya Department Store, Namba Marui, Namba Parks, Namba City, Namba Walk, Daimaru Shinsaibashi, Shinsaibashi Parko, Shinsaibashi Oppa, Shinsaibashi Big Step, and Krista Nakahori. I highly recommend you check out what each department store or shopping mall has to offer and plan ahead. For example, I made sure to visit Shinsaibashi Parko for its Studio Ghibli store. If you walk 5 minutes west of Shinsaibashi, you get to Midosiji. Midosiji is a 4-kilometer street connecting Umeda and Namba. It's called the Champs-Élysées of the East because the street is lined with ginkgo trees, luxury brands, and 29 sculptures by famous artists like Auguste Rodin and Henry Moore. If you walk 5 minutes west of Midosiji, you'll find Amerikamura. As the name hints, this neighborhood emerged as the American village in the 70s because it began selling imported goods like Levi's jeans and Hawaiian surf fashion. Today, it is the hub for Osaka youth culture, street fashion, and creative energy. There are abundant vintage boutiques, live music venues, and street murals. If you walk 5 minutes west from Amerikamura, you'll find the neighborhood of Horie. Horie caters to the appetite of sophisticated trendsetters. The heart of Horie is Orange Street, an 800-meter street that is home to interior design showrooms, minimalist cafes, and street luxury brands like Supreme and Bape. Hozenji Yokocho is a hidden, stone-paved alleyway in Totombori known for its historical atmosphere. It reminds me of the Kion district in Kyoto. There are 60 traditional-style restaurants and bars lining its 80-meter length, offering everything from traditional multi-course meals to casual eats. Kuromon Market is a covered shopping arcade that spans 600 meters. It was historically known as Osaka's Kitchen because it was where the locals would do their grocery shopping. Today, it is more of a tourist destination where visitors can experience local food rather than for home cooking. Tenden Town is the Akihabara of Osaka. It is a neighborhood for the otakus, offering manga, anime, toys, video games, and electronics. You can also visit a themed cafe here. The Senichimai Tokuyasuji shopping street is the kitchen drawer of Osaka. This 150-meter covered arcade sells all the kitchen tools you may need, from Japanese knives, chopsticks, takoyaki machines, to bento boxes, tea sets, and realistic plastic food replicas. In the Tennoji area, I will show you Shinsekai, which is home to Tsutenkaku Tower, Tennoji Park and Tennoji Zoo, Abe no Harukas, and Shitennoji Temple. The neighborhood of Shinsekai is known for its colorful neon lights, playful food signs, and retro vibes. Shinsekai, which means New World, was developed in the early 20th century as a futuristic entertainment district. It used to be the center of Osaka a few decades ago before the development of Namba. The northern half of Shinsekai was modeled after Paris, and the southern half after Coney Island in New York. After the war, Shinsekai served laborers who rebuilt Osaka. While other areas of Osaka modernized, Shinsekai fell behind and retained its post-war image. This has now become one of the most beloved features of Shinsekai, its retro aesthetic. The entire neighborhood feels like you're in a huge pachinko. You will also find the original Kushikatsu store in Shinsekai. Built in 1956, the Tsutenkaku Tower is the icon of Shinsekai. Although it looks nothing like the Eiffel Tower, which it was modeled after, the structure itself fits so well with the retro vibes of Shinsekai. There is an observation deck as well as a 60-meter glass slide that winds down the tower. One similarity it shares with the Eiffel Tower is that it looks more beautiful at night when the lights turn on. Tennoji Park is a tranquil escape from the bustling city. Located within the park is Tennoji Zoo, which boasts a history of over 100 years and is home to over 1,000 animals. Here, you'll find lions, hippos, and polar bears, among many other exotic animals. This is an easily accessible and budget-friendly zoo. Abe no Harukas is the second tallest building in Japan after Azabudai Hills Mori JP Tower in Tokyo. It acts like a vertical city, containing the Abe no Harukas Kintetsu department store, Osaka Marriott Miyako Hotel, Abe no Harukas Art Museum, a subway station, 3 dedicated dining floors, and office units. The Abenoharuka's 300 Observatory offers 360-degree panoramic views of the city. One unique feature of this observation deck is that the 58th to 60th floors are designed as an open-concept atrium, making it feel like a garden in the clouds. Shitenoji Temple was the first state-administered Buddhist temple in Japan, founded in 593 by Prince Shotoku. Buddhism was introduced to Japan through the Korean kingdom of Baekje in the 6th century. You can find Baekje architectural elements within the temple, as Prince Shotoku invited 3 master carpenters from Baekje to oversee the project. Each level of the 5-story pagoda found in the middle of the temple represents one of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, wind, and void. In the Osaka Castle area, there is only one landmark to show you, and it's the Osaka Castle. Osaka Castle contains the Kikoman sign for the most iconic landmark of Osaka, and even for the whole of Japan. It played an integral role in the country's unification in the 16th century. After Toyotomi Hideyoshi unified Japan, he ruled the country from Osaka Castle. It was also where the 1615 siege of Osaka took place, one of the most important events in Japan's history. Tokugawa Ieyasu defeated the Toyotomi clan and marked the start of the Edo period, a 250-year period of relative peace. The castle was a symbol of Hideyoshi's power, featuring extensive grounds, beautiful gardens, a moat, and massive stone walls. The current structure is a modern reconstruction built in 1931. Today, the castle building is a museum with an observation deck on the 8th floor that provides views of the surrounding park and modern skyline. The Kozabune boat ride on the moat is also a romantic way to see Osaka Castle. The Osaka Castle is not located near any other attractions, so you'll have to deliberately carve out time to visit. Even though it may be a bit inconvenient, I highly recommend you see this pastel-hued beauty for yourself. If we travel west, we find the Osaka Bay area. This is a port area with 2 main attractions: Universal Studios Japan and the Tempozan area. Universal Studios Japan. Do I even have to say any more? This is one of the 5 Universal theme parks around the world. It is home to popular themed attractions including the Super Nintendo World, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Minion Park, and Jurassic Park, among many others. It may be very competitive to get tickets for popular dates, so make sure you book well in advance. Osaka Aquarium Kaiyukan is one of the largest aquariums in the world. It's known for its unique spiral design around a massive central tank. The tour begins with an escalator ride to the 8th floor, and visitors then follow a gentle spiraling ramp downwards around the central tank, observing sea animals from various depths and perspectives. A few must-sees are the whale shark, manta rays, and a variety of marine life from the Pacific Rim region. Near the harbor, you'll find the iconic Tempozan Ferris wheel, standing at 112.5 meters. You get bird's-eye views of Universal Studios, the nearby port, and the horizon. You can also come for the sunset because the Tempozan Ferris wheel is probably one of the best spots to see the sunset in Osaka. Tempozan Marketplace is a mall in the vicinity. The 2nd floor is home to the Naniwa Food Theme Park, which recreates nostalgic Osaka alleys selling local food. The 3rd floor houses Legoland Discovery Center, an attraction designed specifically for families with kids. Adults are not permitted to enter unless they're accompanied by a child. Lastly, I'd like to recommend one way you can save money in Osaka, by using the Osaka Amazing Pass. This pass includes free entry to a lot of the attractions we went over today, and even saves on transportation. Definitely check it out. That's the end of my Osaka Smart Travel Guide. Thank you for watching until the end. Next, we have Kyoto coming up. Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2 of my Japan series. Today I'm taking you to my favorite city in Japan, Kyoto. Kyoto is the beating heart of Japan's history and culture. It was the country's capital for over a millennium and is presently the most popular field trip destination for schools across Japan. Aside from the 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, there are over 1,600 temples and 400 shrines in Kyoto, making the entire city an open-air museum. Every street and every corner in Kyoto can become a hidden gem depending on your interpretation of it. Kyoto is extremely well preserved, transporting you back in time to as far as your imagination will let you. As you see Kyoto, hopefully you'll realize why the city embodies the philosophy of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in the passage of time. If you're ready to explore Japan's eternal imperial capital, let's jump right in. In this video, we'll explore Kyoto's 9 main areas. We'll start off with the downtown trio, Kyoto Station, Kawaramachi, and Gion. Then we'll explore the surrounding areas starting in the north and going around in a clockwise direction through central Kyoto, northern Higashiyama, southern Higashiyama, Fushiminari, Kitayama, and Arashiyama. As always, the first step to smart travel is understanding the city's history. Kyoto was the capital of Japan for 1,074 years from 794 to 1868. The city first gained prominence in 794 when Emperor Kamu moved the capital from Heijokyo, modern-day Nara, to Heiankyo, modern-day Kyoto, in order to restructure political power. Kamu believed that the Buddhist temples had too much political influence in Nara, so he moved the capital east to start fresh. Kyoto was carefully planned on a grid, modeled after the Tang Chinese capital Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an. The original city was a lot smaller than present-day Kyoto, spanning from the northern Kyoto Imperial Palace to the present-day downtown Kyoto area. This is why a lot of the popular attractions are found in the northern half of Kyoto, with Fushiminari being the southernmost landmark we'll visit in today's video. Over time, the city sprawled outside its original planned grid and saw numerous reconstruction developments, but modern Kyoto still retains the grid pattern in the central area. The Heian period is celebrated as the golden age of Japanese culture, starting with the refined court life in Heiankyo. It produced masterpieces like The Tale of Kenji by Murasaki Shikibu, often known as the world's first novel. Japanese art flourished across all spectrums: court and aristocratic culture, painting, poetry, literature, tea ceremonies, gardens, clothing, and architecture. Major temples like Kiyomizu-tera were constructed during this time. The prosperous Heian period concluded with the Genpei War, a civil war between the Taira and Minamoto clans. The Kamakura period began when the Minamoto clan won the Genpei War. They established the first Kamakura shogunate in 1192, shifting power from the royal family to the samurai class. Although Heiankyo remained the imperial city, Kamukara, which is about a 6-hour drive from Kyoto, served as the de facto capital. The Muromachi period began when the Ashikaga shogunate was established in the Muromachi district of Kyoto. This period was an era of paradox. It was one of Japan's most politically chaotic and violent times, yet it remains the source of the most iconic Japanese traditions. Under the heavy influence of Zen Buddhism, several core Japanese arts reached their peak: tea ceremony, Zen gardens, ink painting, no theater, and more. Residences and villas of the powerful shoguns built during this period, like Kinkakuji and Kinkakuji, still remain cultural treasures. The Sengoku period was the Warring States era, a century-long period of civil war, social unrest, and political instability. After the Ashikaga shogunate collapsed and until Tokugawa's unification, the country was constantly in conflict, almost burning down the entire city of Kyoto. Central power collapsed and was dispersed into dozens of independent states ruled by warlords. In the late 16th century, the three unifiers, Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Tokugawa Ieyasu, brought the chaos to an end. Toyotomi Hideyoshi played a major role in rebuilding and reshaping Kyoto during the late 16th century. He rebuilt temples and shrines, efficiently divided main streets into what are now Kyoto's famous narrow alleys, created new entertainment and merchant districts like Kion, and encouraged cultural growth. In the Edo period, Tokugawa Ieyasu established his shogunate in Edo and brought upon 250 years of relative peace until the Meiji Restoration. During this time, Kyoto re-emerged as a cultural hub. Many modern Japanese arts gained prominence, and Kyoto became the center for traditional crafts, textiles, and ceramics. After the capital moved to Edo with the 1868 Meiji Restoration, Kyoto experienced an economic shock and population drop. To avoid being forgotten, Kyoto's prefectural government pursued aggressive modernization. They invested heavily in technology and became the central hub for physics and chemistry. Today, despite its fame as an ancient Japanese city, it's also a leader in tech industries like electronics and robotics. It's the headquarters for tech giants like Nintendo, Kyocera, and Murata Manufacturing. Kyoto is also known as an education mecca, home to almost 40 universities, including the prestigious Kyoto University. Approximately 10% of its population is made up of post-secondary students. We'll start off in downtown Kyoto, which consists of 3 areas: Kyoto Station to the south, Kawaramachi to the west, and Kion to the east. In the Kyoto Station area, I will show you Kyoto Station, Kyoto Tower, Toji Temple, Nishi Honganji and Higashi Honganji, and Umekoji Park. Kyoto Station is a huge transportation hub in the middle of the city. It opened in 1997 to commemorate 1,200 years of Kyoto's founding. It's not much different from the central stations you'll find in other Japanese cities. Aside from housing multiple railways and bus terminals, it's also home to the Shinkansen, or the bullet train. In addition, the station is surrounded by a large commercial complex. Kyoto Station was designed by Hiroshi Hara, who also designed Osaka's Umeda Sky Building. There is a 60-meter glass atrium in the center of the station that connects JR Kyoto Isetan department store to the west and Hotel Grand Via and Kyoto Theater to the east. The grand staircase is the icon of Kyoto Station, a massive 171-step stairway that illuminates into colorful animations. On the 10th floor of Kyoto Station, you'll find the famous Ramen Alley, featuring delicious ramen shops from across Japan. 3 free observation points in the station complex are Happy Terrace, Sky Garden, and the Skyway Tunnel. The Porta and the Cube are 2 underground shopping centers found beneath Kyoto Station. Kyoto Tower, the tallest structure in Kyoto, is a 131-meter needle that is a stark contrast to the city's traditional atmosphere. There's an observation deck at 100 meters, which provides unobstructed panoramic views, and you can even see all the way to Osaka on a clear day. Built in 1964 in time for the Tokyo Olympics, it was inspired by a candle, symbolizing light over Kyoto. Although it gained initial controversy among locals who thought it would harm the city's aesthetic, it has evolved into a modern landmark of Kyoto. At the base of Kyoto Tower, there is a commercial complex called Kyoto Tower Sando, where you can find unique workshops like sushi making and pottery painting. If you walk 15 minutes southwest from Kyoto Station, you get to Toji Temple. This UNESCO World Heritage Buddhist temple is famous for housing Japan's tallest wooden tower. This 5-story pagoda stands at 55 meters and was built in 1644 by the 3rd Tokugawa shogun. If you walk 10 minutes north of Kyoto Station, you'll find Nishi Honganji and Higashi Honganji. These are the West and East Honganji temples, which together used to be the Honganji sect of true Pure Land Buddhism. In 1602, Tokugawa Ieyasu split up this single organization into the Nishi and Higashi denominations because the sect wielded too much political power. Nishi Honganji, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, still remains the head temple of the Honganji-ha denomination. Higashi Honganji is the head temple of the Otani-ha denomination. It houses the Founders Hall, which is one of the largest wooden buildings in the world. If you walk 5 minutes east of Higashi Honganji, you'll get to Shosheien Garden. This strolling garden is a designated national scenic beauty and requires a small admission fee. If you walk 15 minutes west of Kyoto Station, you'll find Umekoji Park. Located within Umekoji Park is the Suzaku Garden, which has a mini waterfall. Right next to Umekoji Park is the Kyoto Railway Museum and Kyoto Aquarium. Once the sun goes down and Kyoto's temples and shrines close for the day, locals and visitors alike seek out Kyoto's radiating nucleus, Kawaramachi and Kion. These two areas are separated by the Kamo River with Kawaramachi to the west and Kion to the east. Although they're distanced by a mere 5-minute walk across the bridge, they each give off slightly different vibes. Kawaramachi is modern and energetic, while Kion is historic and magical. Kawaramachi Street runs north-south to the west of Kamo River. Shijo Street runs east-west through Kawaramachi and Kion and terminates at Yasaka Shrine. Both streets are lined with department stores, restaurants, shopping, and entertainment. Just walking down these streets is so much fun, and may even take a full day if you're like me and cannot overcome the tempting storefront displays. In the Kawaramachi area, I will show you shopping arcades Teramachi in Shinkyogoku, Nishiki Market, Pontocho, and Honnoji Temple. Kawaramachi is Kyoto's main shopping and entertainment district. It houses two shopping arcades, Teramachi and Shinkyogoku. These are two parallel covered shopping arcades that run north-south. You can find a mix of traditional souvenirs and modern shopping. Nishiki Market is the kitchen of Kyoto, found within Kawaramachi. It's a 400-meter covered arcade lined with hundreds of shops and stalls selling Kyoto's must-eats. With origins dating back to the 8th century, it offers various street food and Kyoto specialties. Within the market, you'll find Nishiki Tenmangu Shrine, a tiny Shinto shrine that worships Sugawara no Michizane, the deity of scholarship. Pontocho is an atmospheric alleyway running parallel to the Kamo River. It's a narrow, stone-paved, lantern-lit alleyway filled with food spots and traditional wooden buildings called machiya. I found it quite mysterious because some restaurants just have a single door, with no idea of what lies inside. If you travel north on Kawaramachi Street, you'll find Honnoji Temple. This is a small Buddhist temple famous for being the site of the Honnoji incident, one of the most pivotal events in Japanese history. In 1582, Oda Nobunaga, the first of the three unifiers, was staying at the temple when he was unexpectedly betrayed by his trusted general. Surrounded by thousands of rebel troops, Nobunaga realized he could not win and set the temple on fire, committing ritual suicide inside. This event paved the way for Toyotomi Hideyoshi to seize power and complete the unification that Nobunaga started. In the Kion area, I will show you Shinbashi Tori, Shirakawa Canal, Kion Corner, Kenninji Temple, Yasaka Shrine, and Kamo River. Kion is a picturesque geisha district to the east of the Kamo River. Geishas, called keikos in the Kansai region, are professional entertainers who specialize in traditional Japanese arts. Kyoto is the capital of geisha culture, and you're most likely to see a geisha in the Kion area. Kion evolved as an entertainment district for travelers and pilgrims visiting the nearby Yasaka Shrine. Over time, these inns and tea stalls transformed into sophisticated, geiko-hosted tea houses called ochaya. Today, these traditional ochaya operate on an invitation-only basis, where new customers must be introduced by an existing customer. Even if you can't visit an ochaya in Kion, you can step back in time thanks to the magical atmosphere. To the north of Shijo Street, Shinbashi Tori is considered one of the most beautiful streets in Kyoto. It crosses the Shirakawa Canal, which is lined with willow trees and high-end restaurants that overlook the water. The Tatsumi Bridge is a popular spot for photos. To the south of Shijo Street, you can find Kion Corner. This is a theater that offers a 1-hour introductory highlights performance of 7 traditional arts: Kyoto dance by Maiko, tea ceremony, flower arrangement, koto music, imperial court music and dance, traditional comedy plays, and puppet theater. I highly recommend you buy your tickets in advance for this amazing cultural experience. Kenninji Temple is the oldest Zen temple in Kyoto, built in 1202. It's known for its stunning twin dragon ceiling painting and dry landscape garden. At the eastern end of Shijo Street is Yasaka Shrine, one of the most important Shinto shrines in Kyoto. With origins dating back to the 7th century, it has been deeply woven into Kyoto's culture and local life. It primarily serves Susanoo no Mikito, the deity that protects against misfortune, illness, and plagues. Every July, Yasaka Shrine hosts the Kion Matsuri, a month-long festival carried out to protect the city and worshippers from misfortune and illness. The rituals, which have a history of over 1,000 years, are to calm displeased spirits. Within the shrine, there are also sub-shrines for love, business prosperity, beauty, and general good fortune. Yasaka Shrine is open 24 hours a day, and I recommend seeing it during both the day and night. When the lanterns light up, the mood completely changes into a more mystical and cozy vibe. Kamo River has been central to Kyoto life for over a millennium. Today, it serves as a popular social gathering spot, with locals coming to Kamo River to exercise, picnic, or socialize in the evening. In the spring, the banks showcase hundreds of blooming cherry blossom trees, painting a pink hue over the river. In the summer months, many restaurants and tea shops along the river open Kawayuka, the riverside terrace. In central Kyoto, I will show you the Kyoto Imperial Palaces and Nijo Castle. In northern Kyoto, you'll find a rectangular patch of green. This is the Kyoto Kyoen National Garden. Because this garden was created to preserve the area around the imperial palaces, the grounds are extensive and quite bare, almost feeling like a desert when walking towards the palace on a hot summer day. Inside the garden, you'll find the Kyoto Imperial Palace, Kyoto Sento Imperial Palace, Kyoto Omiya Imperial Palace, and the Kyoto State Guest House. The Kyoto Sento Imperial Palace and Kyoto Omiya Imperial Palace were originally built in 1630 as the residence for retired emperors and empresses. Both original palaces were destroyed by a major fire in 1854. The Omiya Palace building was rebuilt in 1867 and now functions as the official accommodation for the royal family when they visit from Tokyo. The Sento Palace buildings were never rebuilt, making the strolling gardens the main attraction today. The garden is round the pond style along the north and south ponds. It's famous for its ocean shore on the south pond, which is filled with smooth rounded pebbles to represent the ocean shore. The Kyoto State Guest House was established in 2005 to provide exquisite hospitality to visiting foreign heads of state and dignitaries. Kyoto Imperial Palace was the residence of the emperor for over a millennium when Kyoto was the capital of Japan between 794 and 1868. After the major fire of 1854, the current palace buildings were reconstructed. The most important building is Shishinden, the ceremonial hall, which is surrounded by orange-gated walls. It was fascinating to see the buildings that the emperors and empresses used to reside in. What stood out to me was Konate Garden, the emperor's private garden outside of his residence. Although it was smaller than expected, it was where the emperor sought refuge in the big palace. Nearby the Kyoto Imperial Palace is the Nijo Castle. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was built in 1603 as the residence of Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. Although the official reason for construction was to protect the Kyoto Imperial Palace, it was really to monitor the royal family and display the shogun's power. To show that the shogun held real power, the Nijo Castle was deliberately designed to outshine the imperial palace, with gold decorations, intricate carvings, massive stone walls, and a moat. The shogun's might can be felt inside the buildings as well, with Ninomaru Palace considered a treasure chest of Edo period art. There are around 1,000 pieces of art on the sliding doors and walls. Within Ninomaru Palace, you'll find the nightingale floors, which chirp when they're stepped on, invented as a security system against intruders. Another fun element of Nijo Castle is comparing the three gardens. The Ninomaru Garden is the textbook of Japanese gardens, featuring a classic round-the-pond style. The Honmaru Garden was constructed during the Meiji period and reflects Western influences like a lawn bordered by winding garden paths. Seiryuan Garden was constructed in the 20th century and is a fusion of Japanese and Western garden styles. In the North Higashiyama area, I will show you the Silver Pavilion Kinkakuji, the Philosopher's Path, Nanzenji, Eikando Zenninji, and Heian Jingu Shrine. Kinkakuji, officially called Chishoji, is known as the Silver Pavilion. It is a Zen Buddhist temple celebrated as the pinnacle of the wabi-sabi aesthetic, finding beauty in imperfection, simplicity, and the passage of time. Inspired by his grandfather's golden pavilion Kinkakuji, Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimasa commissioned the construction of the Silver Pavilion in 1482. Although the original plan was to cover the structure with silver, it was never executed, likely due to civil war. After Yoshimasa's death, his residence was converted into a Zen temple. Its unfinished appearance adds to the wabi-sabi element of finding beauty in imperfection. It's almost easier to understand its beauty if you compare it to the Golden Pavilion. As soon as you see the Golden Pavilion, you're transfixed on its extravagance, losing focus of the elements outside of the structure. On the other hand, the charm of the Silver Pavilion is not just one fancy monument, but how everything comes together to create its serene aura. You can appreciate the beauty that comes from the passing of time. To properly enjoy Kinkakuji, follow the designated circular walking route. It will take you to the dry garden known as the Sea of Silver Sand. This is a meticulously raked sand garden featuring a sand mound symbolizing Mount Fuji. Then explore the moss garden, which is a stark contrast from the dry garden. Next, climb to the viewpoint that offers panoramic views of the entire temple grounds and even the city beyond. Lastly, circle back down the hill for one last look at the Silver Pavilion from a different angle before exiting. Also located within Kinkakuji is the Tojinsai Tea House, the oldest surviving example of a tea ceremony room in Japan. The Silver Pavilion Kinkakuji is located at the northern end of the Philosopher's Path. This 2-kilometer scenic path along the canal was loved by philosophers like Kitaro Nishida. It is usually quiet and serene, allowing visitors to be lost in thought while they stroll the beautiful path. There is an exception though during cherry blossom season. Because the path is lined with cherry blossom trees, it becomes a popular spot during the spring. At the southern end of the Philosopher's Path, you'll find Nanzenji Temple. This is a Zen Buddhist temple famous for its Roman-style red brick aqueduct. Originally built in the 13th century as a retirement villa for Emperor Kameyama, it was converted to a Zen temple. At the entrance, you'll be greeted by the Sanmon Gate, a wooden gate built in 1629 to memorialize soldiers who died in the 1615 siege of Osaka. For a small fee, visitors can climb to the top balcony for a bird's-eye view of the temple grounds. Within the temple, you'll find the Surokaku Aqueduct. This red brick, Roman-style aqueduct, which was built in 1890 to carry water from Lake Biwa to Kyoto, is still in use today. Locals were originally against the construction of the aqueduct because they thought it would ruin the serenity of the temple, but today many visitors come to see this unique feature. Eikando Zenninji is a Buddhist temple renowned for its spectacular autumn foliage. It houses around 3,000 maple trees that paint a dazzling red, orange, yellow canvas in the late autumn. Even if you don't visit during the autumn, you can see the famous Looking Back Amida inside the main hall. This 11th century wooden Buddha statue is unique because its head is turned to look over its shoulder. Legend says that in 1082, while the abbot Eikan was performing a ritual, the Buddha statue came to life and guided his meditation. When Eikan froze in surprise, the Buddha looked back and said, "Eikan, you are slow." Heian Jingu Shrine is one of the largest Shinto shrines in Kyoto, known for its vibrant orange architecture and extensive gardens. The shrine was built in 1895 to commemorate the 1100th anniversary of the founding of Kyoto as the imperial capital. It is dedicated to Kyoto's first and last emperors, Kamu and Komei. The construction project was an ambitious effort to revitalize Kyoto's economy and morale after the capital moved to Tokyo, demonstrating that Kyoto still remains important. Visitors are greeted by a giant orange torii gate standing at over 24 meters in height. The main shrine buildings showcase orange walls and green-tiled roofs, replicating the original Kyoto Imperial Palace, which no longer stands. Inside the grounds, there is the Shinen Garden that requires a separate admission fee. In the South Higashiyama area, I will show you Kiyomizu-dera, Sanenzaka, Ninenzaka, and Hokkanji, which houses the Yasaka Pagoda. Kiyomizu-dera is probably the most iconic Kyoto landmark and a treasured cultural gem. Although it was founded in 780, most of the buildings, including the main hall and stage, were reconstructed in 1633 due to fire. Because this temple was built on a hill, the Japanese used an ingenious architectural technique that hoisted the temple building on 139 pillars and horizontal beams. It's fascinating how they did not use a single nail, only relying on a meticulous assembly of pillars and beams. The main hall has a wooden terrace, or what is called the stage, that sits over the cliff, giving spectacular views of the surrounding nature. Because the stage faces west, it's also a great spot to admire the sunset. After getting the signature Kiyomizu-dera photo, you can climb down the hill to get a closer look at the intricate wooden pillars holding up the stage. Also at the base, there is the Otowa waterfall, where the temple gets its name from. Kiyomizu-dera means the temple of pure water because of the 3 streams, each one for longevity, academic success, and love. The temple grounds are larger than you'd think, and there are side paths that bring you to different gardens, pagodas, and sub-temples. Once you exit Kiyomizu-dera, you'll find yourself naturally following the shop-lined path down to a traditional village. This village is full of Kyoto specialties: matcha, tango, wooden chopsticks, and kimono Hello Kitties. Sanenzaka and Ninenzaka are the 2 most famous streets. They are narrow, stone-paved streets lined with traditional wooden machiya. Many visitors rent kimonos to enhance the feeling of being transported back in time. Sanenzaka means 3-year slope because of an Edo period superstition that if you fall on its stone steps, you will not survive the next 3 years. Following Sanenzaka will lead you naturally to Ninenzaka, which is the lower but connected sister street to Sanenzaka. You'll know when you've reached Ninenzaka when you get to a narrow, extremely crowded, steep line of steps down. Ninenzaka is the 2-year slope because of the superstition that if you fall on its stone steps, you will not survive the next 2 years. It is a perfectly picturesque alleyway lined with traditional wooden machiya, including the bursting tatami Starbucks, the only Starbucks in the world where you can enjoy your drink on a tatami mat. Sanenzaka and Ninenzaka date back to over 1,000 years ago when they were originally constructed as pilgrimage routes leading to Kiyomizu-dera. The stone-paved routes themselves were both built in the early 9th century. The majority of the machiya, wooden townhouses, were built between the 17th and early 20th centuries. If you keep on walking, you'll see a 5-story pagoda appear in front of you. This is the Yasaka Pagoda, and taking a photo with it in the background is undeniable proof that you've been to Kyoto. The best photo spot is known to be from either Sanenzaka, Ninenzaka, or Yasaka Street. Yasaka Pagoda is part of Hokkanji Temple, an ancient temple founded in 592 by Prince Shotoku. The current 5-story pagoda was reconstructed in 1440 and has remained standing ever since. You've probably seen photos of Fushimi Inari across Instagram or TikTok, or maybe in movies like Memoirs of a Geisha. It is one of the most distinctive landmarks in Japan, characterized by the tunnel of bright orange torii running up Mount Inari. As one of the most popular landmarks in Kyoto, the tourist crowd starts on the subway to the shrine. At the entrance, you'll be greeted by a massive orange torii. A torii is the gate between the human world and the sacred realm of the deities. This Shinto shrine is dedicated to Inari Okami, the deity of agriculture and prosperity. Founded in 711, it is the head shrine for over 30,000 Inari shrines across Japan. It is believed that foxes are Inari's messenger, which is why the entire shrine is covered with fox statues, fox plaques, and fox souvenirs. During the Edo period, the custom of donating the orange torii began. The 10,000 torii found today were donated by local businesses and entrepreneurs as an act of gratitude to Inari Okami or as a prayer for prosperity. The torii tunnel leads up Mount Inari, which requires around 2 to 3 hours to the summit and back. Reaching the summit is not a must as there are multiple observation points that you can compromise at. There are also stalls that sell matcha ice cream sandwiches and fox magnets along the way. There are over 400 shrines in Kyoto and almost 100,000 across Japan, but this one is truly special. Even people who believe that they've seen enough shrines will be blown away. Walking under the thousands of orange torii makes it feel like you're traversing a tunnel into some other world. One thing to note is that Fushimi Inari is open 24 hours a day, making it a potential night visit if you want an enchanting experience. In the Kitayama area, I will show you the Golden Pavilion Kinkakuji and Ryoanji Rock Garden. Kinkakuji Temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Zen Buddhist temple known for its golden pavilion. Quite literally, the structure is covered in gold. Surprisingly, there was only 20 kilograms of gold used, as the wooden planks are coated in gold leaf as opposed to using solid gold. Originally built in 1397 as the shogun's retirement residence, it was turned into a temple after his death. The original building survived natural disasters and civil wars for over 550 years. However, in 1950, a monk purposely committed arson, burning the golden pavilion to the ground. The current structure is a meticulous reconstruction completed in 1955. The 3 layers of the structure have different architectural styles. The first floor is Heian aristocracy style, the second floor is samurai residence style, and the third floor is Chinese Zen temple style. As soon as you enter the grounds, something shimmering will catch your eye immediately. As you focus in on the golden pavilion, you'll be instantly mesmerized by its beauty. The pavilion sparkles in the sunlight, nestled among the breathtaking nature, including the mirroring pond. You will follow a path around the pond, seeing the golden pavilion from different angles and distances. This is something you have to see for yourself. The photos do not do it justice. Personally, it was the most beautiful thing I've seen in Japan. Just a 20-minute walk from Kinkakuji Temple, you get to Ryoanji Temple. Originally built as an aristocrat's residence, it was turned into a Zen Buddhist temple in 1450. Located within Ryoanji is the world-renowned Rock Garden. This is a dry landscape garden found on a rectangular plot of gravel. The garden consists of 15 rocks of varying sizes arranged in 5 clusters. There's a viewing veranda where visitors can enjoy the garden like a piece of artwork. The fun thing about the rock garden is that you can only see 14 stones no matter where you sit on the viewing veranda. Legend has it that only people who attain enlightenment can see all 15. Nobody knows who designed this garden and what their intention was. It would be interesting to visit this mystery and find your own interpretation of it. In the Arashiyama area, I will show you Togetsukyo Bridge, Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, Tenyuji Temple, Okuchi Sanso Villa, Sagano Romantic Train, Iwatayama Monkey Park, and Saga Torimoto Adashinocho. As soon as you get off the bus in the Arashiyama district, you'll probably see the Togetsukyo Bridge. The name means Moon Crossing Bridge because Emperor Kameyama remarked that the moon appeared to be crossing the bridge during a boating party on a moonlit night. The bridge was originally built in the 9th century but was repeatedly burned down. The current bridge structure was built in 1934 with reinforced concrete, but kept the wooden railings to preserve its traditional aesthetic. It spans 155 meters over the Katsura River. It is considered a scenic spot where you can observe the changing of seasons in the surrounding forested mountains. When you first see it, you might be confused as to why it is renowned as a beautiful landmark in Kyoto. However, the beauty of the Togetsukyo Bridge area dawns on you so suddenly like a punch in the face. The towering lush mountains, the splashing melody of the river, and the warmth of the nearby village all come together to immerse you into a serene landscape painting. Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is an iconic natural attraction in Kyoto. It is a lush forest of soaring green bamboo stalks. Due to its growing popularity, it is packed with people all year round. But if you walk a little bit from the entrance, the crowd subsides and the mood becomes more tranquil. Within the bamboo grove, there are shrines and temples that you can visit. The bamboo grove evolved over the centuries both naturally and through humans. When Kyoto became the capital of Japan in the 8th century, the Arashiyama area was a popular scenic getaway for the Japanese nobility. On top of the existing bamboo grove, the Japanese aristocracy probably planted more stalks around their villas. When the Tenryuji Temple was founded in the 14th century, many people believed that the grove was planted further as a spiritual and physical barrier for the nearby temple. Later during the Edo period, the bamboo grove was a place for spiritual reflection frequented by Zen Buddhist monks. When you visit, try to experience the bamboo grove with as many senses as you can. Make sure you listen to the swaying of the bamboo stalks, as this was listed as one of the 100 soundscapes of Japan. Maybe try to smell as well. Tenryuji Temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Zen Buddhist temple. It is famous for the Sogenshi Garden, regarded as one of the most beautiful gardens in Japan. Created in the 14th century, the temple was originally 10 times the current size with approximately 150 buildings, but these have been destroyed by fires over the years. However, the masterpiece garden has survived its original form for close to 700 years. It employs the shakkei technique, which means borrowed scenery. It incorporates the surrounding natural landscape, like the mountains in the back, to complete its artistic message. It blurs the line between the garden and natural landscape to create a boundless sense of depth and harmony. The garden is designed as a strolling pond garden that can be enjoyed from the main hall's veranda or by following the path around the pond. Okochi Sanso Villa is the former home of renowned actor Tenjiro Okochi. Okochi spent 30 years meticulously designing and constructing the villa and garden. It is a less crowded option to see the beauty of Arashiyama compared to the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove and Tenryuji, although it cannot replace them. If you have time, you may want to stop by and observe the beautiful garden and views of Kyoto. The Sagano Romantic Train is a slow-moving retro train that runs along the picturesque Hosukyo Gorge. This romantic train ride takes about 25 minutes to travel 7.3 kilometers between 4 stations. Torokosaga is usually the starting point of the scenic train ride because it is easily accessible from downtown Kyoto using the JR train. The second stop is Arashiyama, where most people get off to see the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove area. The third stop is Hosukyo, an unmanned station usually for hikers exploring the surrounding trails. The final stop is Toroko Kameoka, which takes you to a rural town that has the Hosugawa River boat ride. You could also start the journey at Toroko Kameoka and travel in reverse order, or do a round trip. Across from the Togetsukyo Bridge, you'll get to Arashiyama Monkey Park Iwatayama after a 15-minute hike up Mount Arashiyama. It is a park with over 120 wild Japanese snow monkeys that roam freely. You'll also get panoramic views of Kyoto. If you walk north from Arashiyama, you'll get to Saga Torimoto Adashinocho, located in the nook surrounded by Mount Ogura. Here, you'll find off-the-beaten-path gems like Saga Torimoto Preserved Area, Adashi no Nembutsuji Temple, and Otagi Nembutsuji Temple. Lastly, a specialty food to try in the Arashiyama district is tofu. There are many restaurants in the area that sell healthy and hearty tofu meals, some even in traditional settings with spectacular garden views. That concludes my Kyoto Smart Travel Guide. I only showed you the tip of the iceberg in this video. Kyoto can be whatever you make of it. As mentioned in the intro, anything that you come across in Kyoto can become a hidden gem. I know a friend who aimlessly rode a bike around Kyoto trying to find a temple without a single person. To him, that temple was probably his hidden gem. As I end this video, I strongly encourage you to explore Kyoto, a city that has heritage, nature, and dignity. Next up is the Japan series finale, Tokyo. In this 3-part Tokyo travel guide, I will take you through the 10 main areas of Tokyo, starting at Tokyo Station and going around it in a clockwise spiral. We go through Tokyo Station area, Tokyo Tower area, Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, Tokyo Dome City, Ueno, Asakusa, and Odaiba. For easier digestion, this Tokyo travel guide will be split into 3 videos. In today's video, we are going back to the roots of Tokyo. Central Tokyo is the ideal starting point of our trip because it is where Tokyo's history lies. We will go through Tokyo Station area and the Tokyo Tower area. This will establish a solid foundation for parts 2 and 3. In part 2, we will visit the modern face of Tokyo travel, Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, and Ikebukuro. It will be easy to follow as these areas share a common temperament of being modern, bustling, and energetic urban hubs. In part 3, we will visit Tokyo's unchanging tourist neighborhoods, Tokyo Dome City, Ueno, Asakusa, and Odaiba. I'll show you unique attractions like amusement parks, beaches, and themed neighborhoods for anime, Japanese kitchenware, and old books. Although you can skip this part, I highly recommend watching it to add dimension to your travels. By investing 5 minutes, you will be rewarded with richer experiences in Tokyo. Tokyo first gained prominence as a city about 400 years ago when it was called Edo. Unlike Kyoto, Edo does not have an ancient history and there's nothing to note in its past before 1590. It used to be a small fishing village to the east of Kyoto, where all the power was concentrated at the time. This is explained further in my Kyoto travel guide. In 1590, when Toyotomi Hideyoshi was the ruling shogun, he assigned Tokugawa Ieyasu as the daimyo, or feudal lord, of the Edo region, banishing him away from centralized power. Not too long after, in 1603, Tokugawa Ieyasu overthrew the Toyotomi clan and became the final unifier of Japan. He established his shogunate in Edo, which turned out to be fertile terrain after vigorous land reclamation. Japan is very mountainous, with 75% of the country covered by mountains. Edo, or modern-day Tokyo, is found on the country's largest flatland, the Kanto Plain. After the Tokugawa shogunate was established in Edo, power naturally shifted from Kyoto to Edo, and the de facto capital began growing at exceptional speed. Ruling from Edo Castle, the Tokugawa shogunate brought upon 250 years of relative peace during the Edo period. They were able to retain power thanks to 2 key strategies. The first was strict control over the regional daimyos. The wives and children of the daimyos had to live in Edo, essentially held hostage by the shogun. The daimyos themselves had to spend every other year in Edo, allowing the shogun to keep them under tight surveillance. Aside from political and military supervision, this kept the economy growing as the daimyos would bring with them goods from all over the country and money to spend when they visited. The second strategy was a rigid class system that divided society into 4 classes: samurai, peasants, artisans, and merchants. This helped maintain social order as everyone had a defined role, reducing chaos and rebellion. For example, the samurai were the only class allowed to bear arms. Edo ended its role as the de facto capital when it became the official capital of Japan in 1869 after the Meiji Restoration, a political revolution that returned power from the shogun to the emperor. The emperor moved the imperial palace from Kyoto to Edo, renaming it Tokyo, which literally means the eastern capital. The Meiji period marked the beginning of Japan's rapid modernization. In 45 years, it went from feudal, samurai-run society to an industrial powerhouse. Japan experienced reforms across all spectrums. Politically, it became a centralized, modern nation-state with a constitution and parliament. Economically, it modernized faster than almost any non-Western country in history, thanks to successful industrialization and heavy state investment. Universal education was introduced, and they started sending students abroad. Their military grew to one of the most powerful in the world, annexing nearby countries like Korea, Taiwan, and parts of mainland China. Unfortunately for all the history lovers out there, Tokyo is not abundant with historical landmarks. Almost all the buildings from the Edo period were built of wood, which made them prone to major fires. For example, the Great Fire of Meidaki in 1657 burned down 60% of Edo. Then, Tokyo went through 2 catastrophic destructions in the 20th century. The Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 destroyed half of the city. 22 years after this first disaster, the World War II air raids again destroyed over half of the city. Although these two events were devastating, Tokyo was able to recover at remarkable speed. Japan's post-war economic miracle was a time of unprecedented growth, transforming it into the world's second-largest economy by the late 1960s. Today, Tokyo is a global powerhouse in technology, finance, and culture. We will start our journey in the heart of the city, the Tokyo Station area, consisting of Tokyo Station, Tokyo Imperial Palace, Marunouchi, Nihonbashi, Ginza, and Tsukiji. This sounds like a lot of neighborhoods, but it makes an easy one-day itinerary following the number 9. It is the perfect place to start our trip because we cannot talk about this area without knowing about Tokyo's history. This area is considered the heart of Tokyo because it was where Edo was. This circle of green identifies where the Edo Castle used to be, although it is now the Tokyo Imperial Palace. During the Edo period, the Tokugawa shogun ruled the country from Edo Castle, and everyone lived around the shogun according to their class. Samurai lived in spacious lots near the shogun to the west of Edo Castle. Lower-level samurai lived northeast and southwest of Edo Castle, since it was believed that evil spirits came from these directions. To block these spirits, temples and shrines were built in this direction. Kaneiji and Kanda Myojin Shrine to the northeast, and Chojoji and Hie Shrine to the southwest. Lower-level merchants and commoners lived in the east by the ocean where it was prone to flooding, like Nihonbashi. Because most of the land was owned by the shogun or daimyos, the commoners were tightly packed on a very small piece of land. You can see that the streets are denser in the east compared to the west. This meant that when there were disasters, the casualties were massive. Take the Great Fire of Meireki, for example. Edo's population grew rapidly after the shogunate was established here in 1603. By 1700, the population of Edo was around 1 million, compared to 860,000 for London, 530,000 for Paris, and 900,000 for Beijing. In 100 years, it went from a small fishing village to one of the largest cities in the world at the time. Tokyo Station area is not only the backdrop of the Edo period, but also the Meiji period. It is a treasure trove of Japan's modern history. In this area, you can find symbols of Japan's modernization like the Parliament Building, the Federal Bank, the earliest railway, and the country's first private development. With that in mind, let's begin exploring this area. We start at Tokyo Station, the gateway into the city. Tokyo Station is a symbol of Japan's modernization. Modeled after Amsterdam Central Station, this red brick icon was built in 1914 as the nexus for Japan's railway system. Two things to see inside Tokyo Station are Character Street and Tokyo Ramen Street, both found on the B1 level under Tokyo Station. Character Street is lined with official character stores for Pokémon, Studio Ghibli, Sanrio, One Piece, Naruto, Doraemon, and more. Tokyo Ramen Street has around 8 to 10 famous ramen stores neatly lined up for the ramen lovers out there. However, unless you're an avid fan of characters or ramen, please remember that trying to get to these two attractions pose the risk of getting lost in the underground dungeon. Tokyo Station is crazy complicated. The only thing you have to remember is, if you take the west exit, you can get to Marunouchi and Tokyo Imperial Palace. If you take the east exit, you can get to Nihonbashi and Ginza. If you want elevated views of Tokyo Station, your best bets are the nearby commercial buildings. Kite, 6th floor rooftop garden, Marunouchi building, 4th floor Starbucks within Tsutaya bookstore, or 5th floor terrace, and Shin Marunouchi building, 7th floor terrace. If you exit Tokyo Station from the Marunouchi central exit, you will find yourself in Marunouchi Plaza. After taking some photos with Tokyo Station in the background, you can start walking towards Tokyo Imperial Palace. All you have to do is follow Kyokodori, the Emperor's Road. This wide, straight path, which was historically and still is used for imperial processions, will lead you right to Tokyo Imperial Palace. Tokyo Imperial Palace, also called Tokyo Gokyo, is where the emperor currently resides. Before the royal family moved here following the Meiji Restoration, it used to be Edo Castle. When the emperor moved from Kyoto to Tokyo, he decided there was no need to rebuild a palace from scratch if they could just rename the Edo Castle the Imperial Palace. The only way to enter is to join a guided tour, which can be booked in advance online or registered on the spot. The tour takes you through the palace, showing you iconic places like the Palace Plaza and Nijubashi Bridge. If you aren't able to register for a guided tour, the East Gardens are open to the public for free, no registration required. You might be disappointed if you expect a beautiful blooming garden. It's more of a vast grounds to see the magnitude of what used to be the Edo Castle. Within the East Gardens, you can find the remains of the Edo Castle, which burned down during the Great Fire of Meireki and was never rebuilt. Also around the Tokyo Imperial Palace, you might see a lot of runners. This is part of a run culture in Tokyo called the Kokyo Run, and a full lap around the palace is 5 kilometers. Between Tokyo Station and Tokyo Imperial Palace is Marunouchi. This area immediately surrounding the Edo Castle used to be occupied by daimyo mansions. Today, it is a prestigious business district home to corporations, banks, and government offices. Because it used to be a pure office area, it became a ghost town on the weekends and holidays, which is why the idea of introducing shops, dining, patios, and parks arose. This has transformed the area into a mixed-use leisure destination with pedestrian-friendly streets like Marunouchi Nakadori. During the Christmas season, the Marunouchi illumination decorates the area with thousands of sparkling lights. The popular commercial complexes are all clustered outside of Marunouchi Plaza, including Kite, Marunouchi Building, and Shin Marunouchi Building. Kite, which means postage stamp, was reconstructed from the Tokyo Central Post Office, retaining the original exterior facade. Inside, you are embraced by the warm sunlight let in through the glass ceiling. On the 4th floor is the restored postmaster's office, and on the 6th floor is a free terrace that you can see Tokyo Station from at an angle. Marunouchi Building and Shin Marunouchi Building have a wide selection of stores that showcase Japan, from bookstores like Tsutaya to fashion brands like Beams. They're especially known for their lifestyle stores that sell ingenious Japanese products, like the standing ladle and the chopsticks that don't touch the table. Mitsubishi Ichigokan Art Gallery is a red brick building from 1894, although the current building was meticulously recreated in 2010. It is found on a street that used to be called the London Block because it was lined with these British-style buildings between the late 19th to early 20th centuries. This street is actually Japan's first ever private development carried out by Japanese conglomerate Mitsubishi. Within the Mitsubishi Art Gallery building is Cafe 1894, reconstructed from a Meiji-era bank. Tokyo International Forum is a massive glass and steel building designed by acclaimed architect Raphael Vignoli. Constructing such a gigantic glass structure in Tokyo is impressive in itself for a city at a high risk of earthquakes. Inside, it feels like you're in the hull of a glass ship or maybe inside the ribcage of a glass whale. It's worth a visit for people interested in architecture. Also held in the Tokyo International Forum Plaza is the Oedo Antique Market, which happens twice a month. You can check the exact dates on the Oedo Antique Market website. To the east of Tokyo Station, there is an area called Nihonbashi. Known as one of Tokyo's oldest commercial districts, it was the true heart of Edo because it was where all the commoners used to live. The Nihonbashi Bridge was the starting point of 5 major Edo roads, making it the center of trade. All signs around Japan signaling X kilometers to Tokyo refer to the distance to Nihonbashi Bridge. Unfortunately, it is covered by an expressway, but there are plans to move the expressway underground and give the spotlight back to this historic landmark. You will see many European-style buildings from the 20th century because important offices were established here when Japan first started modernizing, such as the Federal Bank. Mitsukoshi Nihonbashi is Tokyo's oldest department store. Founded in 1673, it played a major role in consumer culture in Japan. It introduced fixed pricing, window displays, and customer service culture. The current building was built in 1935, and you can see Mitsukoshi's dignity from both outside and in. They even have a pipe organ with performances held regularly throughout the day. The basement food hall is also considered one of the best in Japan. Aside from the Mitsukoshi department store, there are many long-standing stores in Nihonbashi, such as bonito shops and tashi shops with hundreds of years of history. Fukutoku Shrine is a Shinto shrine enveloped between Nihonbashi skyscrapers. Founded in the 9th century, it was one of the few shrines during the Edo period that was officially authorized to sell lottery tickets. It still remains the shrine for lottery luck and money. Why not try praying to the lottery gods for your next draw while you're in the area? Ninkyocho is a neighborhood in East Nihonbashi known for its old town Edo atmosphere, traditional shops, and long-standing restaurants. Amazake Yokocho is a street lined with traditional Japanese eateries. The most popular food spot is probably Imahan, a sukiyaki place that opened in 1895. Nearby is Suitenku Shrine, one of Tokyo's most prominent shrines for safe childbirth, conception, and the blessing of children. A 10-minute walk south of Nihonbashi, you will find Ginza. This is one of the original shopping and entertainment areas in Tokyo. It is known as the Fifth Avenue of Tokyo because of its upscale luxury boutiques and department stores. Ginza is an architectural playground where each luxury brand's identity is embodied in the store itself. Although there are several newer luxury shopping districts in Tokyo, including Omotesando and Shinjuku, Ginza is the only one with heritage. If you're looking for the rare pieces from luxury brands, your best bet is the Ginza location. On the weekends, the main boulevard Ginza Chuodori transforms into a pedestrian-only area. At the main intersection, you'll find two iconic buildings, Wako and Mitsukoshi Ginza. The most recognizable symbol of Ginza is the Wako building, a neo-Renaissance building that survived World War II. Here you will find the Hattori clock tower because the Wako building was originally built by Hattori Watch Shop, now Seiko. Across from the Wako building is the Mitsukoshi department store Ginza location, which is known for their delicious desserts. Also within Mitsukoshi is the Art Aquarium Museum Ginza, an immersive visual experience that combines art gallery and aquarium. Ginza 6, which opened in 2017, is the icon of New Ginza. It is a shopping mall that feels more like an art gallery. Even if you do not shop, the interior design of the mall alone is something worth seeing. Aside from these department stores and shopping malls, there are noteworthy stores like the 12-story Uniqlo, Itoya, a stationery store that opened in 1904, and the first Starbucks to open outside of North America, among many others. Also in Ginza is the Kabukiza Theater, the most prestigious kabuki theater in Japan. On the day of, they sell one-act tickets that may be a good introduction for people who do not want to spend too much money and time on an all-Japanese act. It's not only the shopping that is luxury here. Ginza is home to an elite food culture. Foodies will be delighted in Ginza, abundant with long-standing restaurants that have been there for generations. Ginza, the gateway for Western cuisine in Japan, is the birthplace of old-school yoshoku, which means Japanese Western food, like tonkatsu and omurice. After shopping on the fancy main streets of Ginza, retreat to the cozy back streets filled with generational food spots. Long-standing food spots in Ginza include Ginza Tenkuni, a tendon restaurant opened in 1875, Chikuyote, an eel-don restaurant opened in 1866, Rengate, the most iconic yoshoku restaurant in Japan, opened in 1895, widely regarded as the birthplace of tonkatsu and omurice, Zakuro, the first restaurant to serve shabu-shabu in Tokyo, opened in 1955, Tenichi, a tempura restaurant, opened in 1930, Mikawaya, a prestigious yoshoku restaurant, opened in 1887, Shiseido Parlor, a yoshoku restaurant and tea room, opened in 1902, Toraya, one of Japan's oldest confectionery makers with over 500 years of history dating back to when it was the designated confectioner for the Kyoto Imperial Court in the 16th century, Kimuraya, Japan's oldest bakery, opened in 1869, known as the birthplace of Anpan, Ginza Lion Beer Hall, Japan's oldest beer hall, opened in 1934, Café Paulista, one of the oldest cafes in Japan, opened in 1911, Tricolore, a French-style cafe, opened in 1936, known for its revolving door, Café de l'Ombre, a dimly lit cafe, opened in 1948. Just a 10-minute walk south of Ginza is Tsukiji Outer Fish Market. There used to be an inside market, but that was moved across the bridge to Toyos. The inside market is more for fishermen to auction their seafood, and the outer market is where restaurants would use the seafood to sell delicious meals. If you're looking for good sushi and seafood, you can place your bet on Tsukiji Outer Fish Market. However, you should go for breakfast as they close very early. This means that you can follow the 9-shaped itinerary in reverse order, starting the day at Tsukiji Outer Market. Popular sushi spots in Tsukiji Outer Market include Sushi Tai, Sushi Sanmai, Shigen, and Itadori. Tsukiji Honganji Temple, completed in 1934, is a departure from the traditional wooden Japanese temples. It is made of stone and reinforced concrete, heavily influenced by ancient Indian and South Asian Buddhist styles. It also incorporates Western elements like stained glass windows and a pipe organ. Within the temple grounds is a famous breakfast place called Cafe Tsumugi. Hamarikyu Garden is an example of a daimyo's residence from the Edo period. It is home to the city's only seawater pond that rises and falls with the tides of Tokyo Bay. The tea house in the middle of the tidal pond is a premier spot to enjoy Japanese tea and sweets amidst nature. Next, we are going to the Tokyo Tower area, which consists of Tokyo Tower, Shinbashi, Azabujuban, Azabudai Hills, and Roppongi. Tokyo Tower is the forever icon of Tokyo. This broadcast tower was built in 1958, modeled after the Eiffel Tower. It was painted orange and white to make the tower highly visible, as per the aviation safety guidelines at the time. Fun fact, this is why construction cranes on top of buildings are still orange and white. The tower is repainted every 5 years to maintain its visibility. There's an observation deck within the tower, but most people come to take photos with this icon in the background. 6 spots to get the best Tokyo Tower photos would be Jojoji Temple, Shiba Park, Akabane 5-way intersection, Hudanotsuji pedestrian bridge, Roppongi Hills pedestrian bridge over Keyakizaka Street, and Tofu Ukai. Jojoji Temple is one of Tokyo's most historically and culturally significant Buddhist temples. Originally founded in 1393, it was the family temple of the Tokugawa shoguns during the Edo period. The Sangedasumon Gate is the original structure from 1622, while the main hall was rebuilt in 1974 after the World War II bombings. This temple also hosts the city's annual New Year celebration. Atago Shrine, perched on Mount Atago, is known for its steep stone staircase. It was founded in 1603 by Tokugawa Ieyasu and serves the deity that protects from fire. The 86 stone steps leading up to the main shrine are nicknamed the Stairs of Success because of an interesting tale. While passing the shrine, the third Tokugawa shogun, Ieyasu, ordered someone to ride up the steep stairs on their horse and pluck him a plum flower. This was a very dangerous request and nobody could easily volunteer except for a samurai named Magaki Heikuro. He rode up the stairs on his horse and delivered a plum blossom to the shogun, which quickly advanced his career. In front of the shrine, the legendary plum tree that Heiroku plucked is still standing. If you walk 15 minutes north of Tokyo Tower, you get to Shinbashi, Japan's salaryman landmark. The Shinbashi Kadoshita is a lively area filled with izakayas and pubs under the elevated railway tracks. This is the ideal place to witness Japanese salarymen having a drink after work. You can sneak a peek at the lives of locals with almost no tourists. FYI, this restaurant and bar corridor actually continues on along the elevated railway from Shinbashi Station to Yurakocho Station. You can find similar under-the-railway izakaya vibe closer to Kinza under Yurakocho Station, such as Yurakocho Sanchoku Yokocho. Also in Shinbashi is SL Square, where you'll find a locomotive head on display. This is because Japan's first railway line connected Shinbashi Station to Yokohama in 1872. The nearby Kareta Shiodome building has one of the best free observation decks in Tokyo on the 46th floor, as well as a fantastic winter illumination. Azabujuban is a neighborhood between Roppongi and Tokyo Tower that most tourists skip. It is not as fancy as Roppongi, but more of a quiet residential neighborhood with over 40 embassies. There are not a lot of things to see, but a good stop to make in passing. Azabudai Hills is a mixed-use development that opened in 2023. The idea of the Azabudai development was born almost 4 decades ago in 1989. The planning and construction took over 30 years. The developer, Mori Building, is one of Japan's leading urban developers and played a large part in shaping the present-day Tokyo skyline. Their signature approach is vertical garden cities, and you can tell that Mori developed it if it ends with hills, such as Azabudai Hills, Roppongi Hills, Toranomon Hills, and Omotesando Hills. Mori also invites the most prestigious architects so people interested in architecture can go for this space alone. Azabudai Hills designed by Thomas Heatherwick and Cesar Pelli, Roppongi Hills designed by Fumiko Maki, and Omotesando Hills designed by Tadao Ando. For Azabudai Hills, Heatherwick wanted to design a composition that allowed for emotional connection between the users and the space. His pergola reminds me of a sprawling mother tree like an avatar. Azabudai Hills is where you go to experience the future of Tokyo and luxury packaging. The whole point was to build a city upwards instead of outwards. It comprises shopping, dining, market, residence, hotel, hospital, school, temple, and park, just to name a few. The central tower, Mori JP Tower, is the tallest building in Japan, overtaking Osaka's Abe no Harukas. There are two noteworthy attractions within Mori JP Tower: Team Labs Borderless and the observatories. Team Labs Borderless is an immersive art experience and everyone seems to leave with their mouths wide open. There's an observatory on the 33rd floor called the Sky Lobby. The Sky Room Cafe and Bar on the 34th floor provides the same views as the observatory but in a cafe setting. The merit of the Azabudai Hills Observatory compared to Tokyo Skytree and Shibuya Sky is that you can get an up-close view of Tokyo Tower. Within Azabudai Hills, Reiyukai Shakaden Temple is a prime example of brutalist architecture, resembling an ultra-modern spacecraft right out of a sci-fi movie. Just a 15-minute walk west of Azabudai Hills is the original superstar of Tokyo's mega developments. Roppongi is one of the most successful urban developments in the world's history. This cosmopolitan area is known for its city-within-city developments. The fun of Roppongi is entering a new city every few blocks. Amazingly, it does not feel like a concrete jungle, as these developments have between 30 to 50% of the space covered in greenery and open space. There are infinite things to see, eat, shop, and experience. What sets Roppongi apart from the other developments like Azabudai and Toranomon is two things: art galleries and nightlife. Roppongi can be largely divided into Roppongi Hills to the south and Tokyo Midtown to the north. If you're coming from Roppongi Station, you should decide which way to exit to save time. Roppongi Hills is arguably the most popular landmark in Roppongi. When Roppongi Hills was developed in 2003, it was a triumphant victory of the mega mixed-use urban developments. Roppongi Hills took 17 years to plan and negotiate with local landowners. After exiting Roppongi Station, you'll be greeted by Roppongi's icon, the bronze spider statue, a tribute to motherhood. Walking past it, you will see the elevator that takes you up to Mori Art Museum, Mori Arts Center Gallery, and Tokyo City View. Tokyo City View gives you a pretty good sight of Tokyo Tower, although Azabudai Hills is the better option if you want to see Tokyo Tower up close. Mori Garden is a traditional Japanese strolling garden nestled in the middle of Roppongi Hills. During the winter, the illuminations transform the garden into a magical wonderland. A minute away, Keyakizaka is a luxury avenue known for its blue and white winter illuminations. A popular vantage point is on the Roppongi Hills pedestrian bridge over Keyakizaka, which captures both the illuminations and Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Midtown is another sleek and green mega development in Roppongi. Aside from hundreds of shopping and dining options, relaxing parks and gardens, as well as its own winter illumination, Tokyo Midtown is particularly known for its world-class art museums. It has the National Art Center, the 2121 Design Site, and the Suntory Museum of Art. The National Art Center is a massive art gallery that doesn't have a permanent exhibition, but instead hosts a schedule of rotating exhibitions. Ironically, the most jaw-dropping piece in the art gallery is the building itself. Designed by Kisho Kurokawa, this building is a favorite for architectural photographers. The 160-meter long glass curtain wall facade lets in light differently every single minute of the day. There are over 3,000 glass louvers that have to be hand-cleaned by a specialized team of technicians. The process takes an entire year to complete once before it starts over again. Inside the atrium, the two inverted concrete cones present a new paradigm of using space, maximizing ground surface while creating a floating effect for the restaurant and bar. 2121 Design Site is another architectural landmark in the city. It is not a traditional art gallery, but a design hub that encourages visitors to see the world through the lens of design. Founded by three of Japan's design phenoms, fashion designer Issey Miyake, graphic designer Taku Sato, and product designer Naoto Fukasawa, the building itself was designed by Tadao Ando. The Suntory Museum of Art, designed by world-renowned architect Kengo Kuma, shows the beauty found in everyday Japanese objects. What's awesome about Roppongi is that there's tons of things to do after the art museums close for the day. Roppongi is arguably the most popular nightlife district for international tourists. You can wander off the main streets of Roppongi into the back alleys in search of traces of its past before the fancy development was born. You may be able to discover where cement was poured during its major grading and leveling process. Post-development Roppongi is topographically higher than pre-development Roppongi. The current ground level used to be around the second floor of Roppongi before the development. This is the light and shadow of Roppongi. In part 2, we will visit the modern face of Tokyo travel: Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, and Ikebukuro. It will be easy to follow as these areas share a common temperament of being modern, bustling, and energetic urban hubs. Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, and Ikebukuro are 4 areas along the west of Tokyo. Harajuku is actually part of the Shibuya ward, but we will visit it as a separate area because of its distinct identity. These populous areas, especially Shibuya and Shinjuku, are characterizing new Tokyo travel. To better understand how these major areas formed, let me quickly explain Tokyo. We can think of Tokyo as having 4 rings. The greater Tokyo area encompasses all 4. Within the greater Tokyo area, there is Tokyo Metropolis, which has this oblong shape. Within Tokyo Metropolis, there is Tokyo City, which consists of 23 special wards. Within Tokyo City, there are the core 5 wards: Chiyoda, Chuo, Minato, Shibuya, and Shinjuku. If you watched part 1, you'll know that Chiyoda, Chuo, and Minato have always been the heart of Tokyo since the Edo period. On the other hand, Shibuya and Shinjuku have grown exponentially in recent decades. How did this happen? You'll notice that Shibuya, Shinjuku, and Ikebukuro stations are found along the outskirts of the core 5 wards. Does that give you a hint? Tokyo City, consisting of the 23 special wards, is actually not massive in itself. It has a population of around 10 million, which is similar to that of Seoul City proper and Cairo City proper. However, the greater Tokyo area has a combined population of a whopping 38 million. The millions of people who commute in and out of Tokyo City have created the newer districts of Shinjuku, Shibuya, and Ikebukuro. Yes, in simple terms, these are massive transportation hubs into Tokyo City. Shinjuku, Shibuya, and Ikebukuro are the top 3 busiest train stations in the world. We start at Shibuya. We will explore the famous Shibuya Scramble Crossing area, Okushibu, and Yoyogi Park. Then, we'll visit 3 trendy neighborhoods within walking distance from Shibuya: Taikanyama, Nakameguro, and Ebisu. During the Edo period, Shibuya was a vital transit point on the Oyama Road. Then in 1885, Shibuya Station opened, launching the start of the world's second busiest train station. Subsequently, the 1964 Olympics triggered immense infrastructure development as the nearby Yoyogi Park was transformed into the Olympic Village. The recent development of the 2000s is a long-term plan to position Shibuya as a global business and culture hub. If you are coming from Shibuya Station, make sure you take the Hachiko exit. This will lead you to the Shibuya Scramble Plaza where you'll find the Hachiko statue. Hachi was a loyal Akira dog that accompanied his owner to Shibuya Station every morning. In 1925, his owner suddenly passed away at work and never came back home. Hachiko returned to the station every afternoon for 9 years, waiting for his owner until his own death in 1935. It was the inspiration for movies like Hachi, A Dog's Tale. Today, Hachi's rendezvous spot has become the meeting point for people visiting Shibuya. The statue, a symbol of unwavering loyalty, is actually the second version. The first version, created in 1934, was melted for metal during World War II. In 1948, it was recreated by the original sculptor's son. The taxidermy of actual Hachiko is in a museum that I will show you in part 3. Right in front of the Hachiko statue is Shibuya Scramble Crossing, one of the most photographed places in Tokyo. This is the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world, with up to 3,000 people crossing at a time. To get elevated views of the Shibuya Scramble Crossing, popular observation points include the Starbucks Cafe, L'Occitane Cafe, Hoshino Coffee, and the Shibuya Mark City Walkway. Because Shibuya is still being developed, you will see a lot of construction projects in the area. This too adds to the frenzied dynamic. In the past 15 years, commercial development started popping up around Shibuya Station. Shibuya Hikarie in 2012, Shibuya Stream in 2018, Shibuya Scramble Square in 2019, and Miyashita Park in 2020. Shibuya Hikarie was one of the first projects of Shibuya's redevelopment, acting as an anchor for later projects. Shibuya Stream takes its name from the Shibuya River, which was revitalized along with the development after decades of being buried under concrete. Google Japan's headquarters occupy around 20 floors within the tower. Fun fact, a lot of IT companies and startups are located in Shibuya, making it the Silicon Valley of Tokyo. Walking south along the Shibuya River will take you to the Shibuya Hureai Botanical Garden. Shibuya Scramble Square is a mixed-use development on top of Shibuya Station. On the 45th to 46th floors, you'll find Shibuya Sky. This observation deck is one of the best in Tokyo and is the only one that offers open-air viewing. The escalator in the sky is also a popular photo spot. Actually, why don't I give you a rundown of Tokyo's observation decks right now? Shibuya Sky, the only open-air observation deck. Tokyo Sky Tree, the tallest observation deck. Roppongi Hills Tokyo City View, incorporates art and cultural content with the view. Azabudai Hills Mori JP Tower Sky Lobby, provides the best close-up views of Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower, an opportunity to climb the most iconic Tokyo landmark. Sunshine 60, family and kid-friendly. Fuji Television Spherical Deck, provides unique Tokyo Bay views within a futuristic suspended sphere. Telecom Center Observatory, provides unique Tokyo Bay views in a setting that is rarely crowded. Aside from these 8 paid observation decks, free options include Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, Bunkyo Civic Center Skyview Lounge, Kareta Shiodome Skyview, Ebisu Garden Place Tower Observatory, and Carrot Tower Observation Deck. Miyashita Park gets its name from the park that used to be found in its spot. Although it looks like they replaced the park with the mall, the park is actually hidden away on the rooftop, containing a skate park, climbing walls, and a beach-style sand court. On the first floor of Miyashita Park is Shibuya Yokocho, a street lined with restaurants and bars. Near Shibuya Scramble Crossing, the neighborhood of Udagawa-cho is buzzing with energy from fun pedestrian streets like Center-gai and Spain-zaka. There are many noteworthy stores in Shibuya, including Shibuya 109, known as the birthplace of the Kyaru subculture, Magnet by Shibuya 109, Parko Shibuya, which houses Nintendo, Pokemon Center, Capcom Store, and Jump Store, Mega Donkyote, Hands Shibuya, Loft, Disney Store, Hachiko Shop inside Shibuya Scramble Square, and the Shibuya Sakura Stage. A 15-minute walk north of Shibuya Scramble Crossing leads you to the more relaxed back streets of Okushibu. Okushibu, which means inner Shibuya, is a local nickname for this contrasting side of Shibuya. This is not an official name on Google Maps, so you'll have to search for Huglen Tokyo Shibuya, a popular Norwegian coffee brand. From Shibuya Scramble Crossing, use Punkamura as a landmark to find the start of Okushibu. Continue walking north into the small side streets to explore the independent cafes, restaurants, and boutiques. At the northern end of Okushibu, you will find the Yoyogi Park. As one of the largest parks in Tokyo, it is known for its cherry blossoms and the architecturally important Yoyogi National Gymnasium. Prior to World War II, it was the military grounds for the Imperial Japanese Army. After the war, American soldiers and their families lived in the US military housing that was established here. Once the American soldiers moved out, it was turned into the Olympic Village for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. If you like the laid-back Okushibu atmosphere, here is a full-day itinerary for coffee, brunch, leisurely walks, books, carefully curated shops, and local vibes. To the south of Shibuya, you will find a triad of Tokyo's most coveted residential neighborhoods: Taikanyama, Nakameguro, and Ebisu. Taikanyama has always been a wealthy neighborhood since the Edo period. The most popular landmark is Taikanyama Tea Site. Opened in 2011, it is a world-renowned retail and cultural complex centered around Tsutaya books, often described as a library in the forest. Taikanyama is a special place for Tsutaya books because it is where they reinvented their brand image from a retail chain to an experience-focused cultural hub. Tsutaya's slogan goes beyond selling books to selling a lifestyle. It embodies the third place concept, offering a space free from the stress of home and work, where people are encouraged to linger, browse, read, and socialize. Tsutaya books and Starbucks are like salt and pepper, always together. Aside from Tsutaya books, you can take a leisurely stroll through the resort-like complex and explore the thoughtfully selected shops. The nearby Log Road Taikanyama does not have a lot of stores, but is home to the Spring Valley Brewery, a brew pub by Kirin, offering popular beer tasting menus. Forest Gate Taikanyama is a commercial hub in front of Taikanyama Station. Designed by Kengo Kuma as a prime example of a green complex, it houses many eco-conscious brands. If you walk a few minutes from Taikanyama Station, the Asakura Residence is a Japanese-style house that survived both the Kanto earthquake and World War II. You can visit one of the few surviving traditional Japanese residences from the Taisho era. Other popular spots in Taikanyama include Number Sugar, a caramel store, Urara, known for its natural shaved ice from Nikko, Ishin Taikanyama, known for its pot-cooked rice, and Grigio, known for its curry. If you walk 15 minutes from Taikanyama, you get to the second neighborhood of Nakameguro. It is similar to Taikanyama, but is differentiated by the Nakameguro River, a favorite spot for Tokyo cherry blossoms. The sakura-lined river, stretching several kilometers, is also very beautiful at night when the trees light up. Fun fact, Nakameguro River used to be curvy, but they made it straight with the levee construction. Every time they completed a portion of the construction, they planted a cherry blossom tree to commemorate. This became a pattern, and now there are over 800 cherry blossom trees along the stream. Attention coffee lovers! Nakameguro is where you'll find the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, one of the only 6 Starbucks roasteries in the world. Opened in 2019, it goes beyond a coffee shop and is more of a coffee theme park. The building, designed by Kengo Kuma, provides amazing views of the Meguro cherry blossoms in the spring. Other popular spots in Nakameguro include Onibus Coffee, a tiny cafe right by the train, Nakameguro Kukashita, a commercial complex built directly beneath the elevated tracks of Nakameguro Station. In addition, you can leisurely explore the independent shops along the Nakameguro River and around Nakameguro Station. There's also a Tsutaya Books and Starbucks in Nakameguro, but if you walk a bit, you can visit the Taikanyama flagship. Ebisu is the third neighborhood of the Triad. Ebisu Garden Place is a commercial complex found on the former site of Ebisu Brewery. It features the Ebisu Brewery Museum, European-style architecture, a sunken event stage, and winter illuminations. Ebisu Garden Place Tower has a free observation deck called the Sky Lounge on the 38th floor. Other spots worth visiting in Ebisu are Tokyo Metropolitan Teian Art Museum, Institute for Nature Study National Museum of Nature and Science, and the Tokyo Photographic Art Museum. A 15-minute walk north of Shibuya Scramble Crossing is Harajuku. I will show you Takeshita Dori, Ura Harajuku, Cat Street, Omotesando, and Meiji Shrine. Harajuku is known as the hub of Tokyo's youth culture and street style. Street style goes beyond merely a fashion genre, but a movement towards expression, identity, and resistance against the mainstream. Hence, Harajuku is the heart of creative expression, experimentation, and new ideas. So how did Harajuku become the heart of creativity? Remember how we said that the nearby Yoyogi Park was home to American soldiers after the war? This exposed the local Japanese youth to new cultures and ideas. They began mixing traditional Japanese clothing with Western fashion, creating early street-style trends. By the 1960s, Harajuku became a magnet for young adults experimenting with trends like rock and roll, surf culture, and punk. This was the origin of Harajuku's street-style identity, which encouraged individuality and rebellion. I recommend exploring Harajuku with this keyword in mind: creativity. Harajuku has so much to offer, from affordable to luxury streetwear brands, free galleries run by aspiring artists, and even public toilet projects. If this is your cup of tea, make sure you visit the creative hubs in Harajuku, such as Design Festa Gallery, Civic Creative Base Tokyo, Galaxy Harajuku, and Market of Love and Madness, just to name a few. The landmark of Harajuku has got to be Takeshita-dori, an energetic 400-meter pedestrian street perfect for kawaii shopping. It offers fashion and goods targeted to people in their teens and 20s. Crepes is the must-eat food here, and Marion Crepes is the most famous crepe shop. Aside from Marion Crepes, other popular food spots include Angel Crepes, Santa Monica Crepes, Le Chiner, Rainbow Sweets Harajuku, and Totti Candy Factory. The latest addition to Takeshita-dori is Kawaii Monsterland, an underground amusement park opened in 2026. There are also a variety of animal cafes for micro pigs, samoyed, mameshiba, and cats. A minute away from Takeshita-dori is Toko Shrine, which is a less crowded alternative to Meiji Shrine. Ura Harajuku means back alley Harajuku and is found on the smaller streets behind Takeshita-dori. It contains the creative spirit of Harajuku, full of independent shops, boutiques, vintage stores, and streetwear brands loved by fashionistas. The area has a youthful and rebellious atmosphere because it is the origin of trends that do not conform to the norm. Ura Harajuku is the birthplace of the Urahara movement in the 1990s, a streetwear revolution that launched Tokyo as a global streetwear capital alongside New York, Los Angeles, and London. Japanese designers took American streetwear and perfected it, adding obsessive attention to detail and high-quality making. Famous streetwear brands were born in Ura Harajuku, such as Bape, Undercover, Neighborhood, W-Taps, and Good Enough. Cat Street is a wavy road that connects Omotesando Boulevard in Harajuku to Miyashita Park in Shibuya. It is wavy because it is found on the former site of the Shibuya-gawa River, but that is now buried in the asphalt. Cat Street offers an in-between of the nearby Omotesando and Ura Harajuku, vintage boutiques, high-end flagships, and street food. To summarize the different shopping areas in Harajuku, we can say Takeshita is everything kawaii, Ura Harajuku is the birthplace of street style, Omotesando is luxury, and Cat Street is vintage and small boutiques. Other noteworthy stores in Harajuku include Kittyland, the Temple of Kawaii, La Forêt Harajuku, the trend incubator of Japan, With Harajuku, featuring IKEA, Uniqlo, and Shiseido Parlor, Harry Potter Shop, the first Japan flagship, Pop Mart Harajuku, Tokyo Plaza Harajuku, often called Harakado, which houses the public bathhouse Kosugiyu and a tiered rooftop garden, Tokyo Plaza Omotesando, often called Omokado, which houses the popular Chiikawa Bakery and a rooftop garden with staircase seating. Harajuku's creative and rebellious spirit is amplified by Omotesando Boulevard, a street passing through Harajuku. The name means pilgrimage route because it leads directly to Meiji Shrine. It is quite the contrast from the young energy of Harajuku. Omotesando is classy and mature, rivaling Ginza as a luxury shopping destination. It is also known for its sophisticated cafe culture. You might notice that there are no electricity lines on Omotesando Boulevard. In Japan, if there is a historic or upscale neighborhood, they bury all the electricity lines underground to avoid disrupting the scenery. The street is full of luxury flagship stores designed by famous architects. In Omotesando and Ginza, depending on whether you're into fashion or architecture, you can even say that the luxury goods are accessories for the buildings. The stores popular among architecture fans include Louis Vuitton by Jun Aoki, Bottega Veneta by Toyo Ito, Dior by Sana, Prada by Herzog and de Meuron, Chaire by MVRDV. Chaire's building is especially unique because you can feel its rebellious spirit among the polished and controlled luxury brand boutiques. It even contains the MoMA design store. On the Zelkova tree-lined Omotesando Boulevard, you'll find Omotesando Hills. Designed by Tadao Ando, it was purposely built to be in harmony with the surrounding neighborhood. The interior 700-meter spiral ramp is angled at 3 degrees to reflect the slope of the natural landscape. If you follow the spiraling ramp down, you can window shop all the stores. Instead of building a skyscraper, they measured the building's height to be in line with the height of the surrounding Zelkova trees. The additional required height was supplemented by digging basement levels. One must-see in Harajuku is Meiji Shrine. It is dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shoken, with their spirits enshrined in the main hall. As you pass the torii, which is a gate between the human world and the sacred realm of the deities, you'll be pulled into a quiet forest leading to the shrine. You won't believe that you were in the middle of busy Harajuku just a few minutes ago. The 100,000 trees were donated from all over Japan when the shrine was founded in 1920, although it was reconstructed in 1958 after being destroyed in World War II. There are various small activities to do within the shrine, including writing a wish on an ema, testing your fortune, buying amulets, and there was even a bonsai display when I was there. Don't miss the sake barrels, donated by breweries from all over Japan to honor Emperor Meiji. There are also wine barrels donated by wineries from France because Emperor Meiji enjoyed French wine. FYI, all the barrels are empty. After paying a separate admission, you can also visit the Iris Garden within Meiji Shrine. The Iris Garden was commissioned by Emperor Meiji for Empress Shoken in 1892, predating the Meiji Shrine. The Iris Garden is the reason why they chose this location for the Meiji Shrine after the couple's death. Lastly, one interesting thing to know is that there are a lot of bird species in Meiji Shrine, making it a favorite for bird watchers. To the north of Meiji Shrine and within a comfortable walking distance for avid walkers is Shinjuku. Shinjuku is the busiest train station in the world, with up to 3.5 million passengers per day. It primarily serves commuters from the western suburbs of Tokyo. During the Edo period, it lay on one of the 5 main roads to Edo, Koshukaido. The travelers created an accommodation/inn village here called Shinjuku. Shinjuku means new inn. With the introduction of railways during the Meiji period, Shinjuku Station opened in 1885, initially a small stop on the Kobu line. Because of its geographic location, it quickly became the city's busiest train station by 1925. After World War II, the area was developed as a sub-center of Tokyo, introducing office and entertainment districts. Shinjuku Station can be largely divided into the west and east exits. This is an easy rule of thumb. West exit is office area, and east exit is frenzy. Because there are more than 200 exits within Shinjuku Station, finding the right exit saves time and energy. If you exit west, you'll find Tokyo City Hall as well as many other office buildings. Because this is an office area, there aren't many things to do for tourists. However, I will give you a quick overview of the landmark buildings seen in Shinjuku. Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building was designed by Kenzo Tange to look like a Gothic cathedral. This building helped anchor the area's transformation into the present business and government district. It was an extremely expensive project, costing about $1 billion USD in 1991, and received scrutiny from taxpayers who disapproved of such a lavish government building during Japan's bubble economy. Today, it is regarded as a Tokyo monument and architectural masterpiece. The city offers a free observation deck on the 45th floor. Because there is no prior registration required, the line gets quite long. There's also a tourist visitor center inside if you need help. NTT Tokumo Yoyogi building is seen from all around Shinjuku, although it is actually located in Yoyogi. I think this building gives the Tokyo skyline New York City vibes and gives Shinjuku Gyoen Central Park vibes. As one of the tallest structures in Tokyo, it is an office building and telecommunications tower. The upper portion of the building is empty for antenna space and communications equipment, almost like a birthday hat perched on top of the building. Mode Gakuen Cocoon Tower is a vertical campus. Both the design and name symbolize a place of nurture, growth, and development. This cocoon is encompassing the soon-to-be butterflies that will fly into society. Now we will explore Shinjuku east of the station, going through Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, Omoide Yokocho, Golden Gai, and Kabukicho. Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden is a breather from bustling Shinjuku, offering a beautiful escape to nature. There's a small admission fee because it is a national garden. Alcohol is prohibited, so the park gives off very wholesome picnic vibes. This garden went from being a part of a daimyo residence in the Edo period to the emperor's private garden in the Meiji period to a public park after the war. There are 3 distinct garden styles: Japanese traditional, French formal, and English landscape. It is also a popular spot for cherry blossom viewing in the spring. Omoide Yokocho is a post-war Tokyo alleyway known as Memory Lane. It is an extremely narrow alley filled with compact wooden shacks of izakayas and yakitori stalls. As you brush shoulders with the oncoming stream of people, you'll have to make a very difficult decision of which eatery to choose. Golden Gai has around 200 tiny izakayas and bars. Like Omoide Yokocho, it dodged large-scale development, preserving its down-to-earth charm. If you come by yourself, you won't be alone for long. Kabukicho is the Times Square of Japan and has long been associated with cinema and nightlife. After World War II, there were plans to build a huge kabuki theater here, hence the name Kabukicho. The theater was never built, but the name was kept. It is known as a red light district with host and hostess clubs, karaokes, bars, and adult entertainment. I unknowingly walked through Kabukicho alone at night, and I did think the vibe was quite scary. It's not outright dangerous, but I don't recommend going if you're alone. There have been ongoing plans to develop Kabukicho into a comprehensive entertainment district and fade out its image as a red light district. In 2023, the Kabukicho Tower opened. This distinctive skyscraper in Shinjuku was designed to look like the fountain that used to be found in its spot. The vibrant mood of Kabukicho continues on in Kabukicho Tower, filled with Yokocho-style food halls, arcades, theaters, cinemas, and live music venues. Also near Kabukicho is Hanazono Shrine. The Godzilla overlooking Kabukicho is the symbol of Shinjuku. It seems like they chose Godzilla, an undisputed cultural landmark in Japanese cinema, as a reminder of the neighborhood's roots. It even lights up at night and roars from time to time. Isetan Department Store is the highest revenue department store in all of Japan. This is the original building from 1933, displaying Art Deco and Gothic elements. Aside from Isetan, department stores are concentrated in Shinjuku, including Marui, Lumine, Keio, Odakyu, New Woman, and Takashiyama. The last area we'll visit in today's video is Ikebukuro. It is especially known as the paradise for female otakus, home to popular anime spots like Otome Road and Animate Flagship Store. While Akihabara is more catered towards male otakus, Ikebukuro caters to female otakus. While walking around Ikebukuro, you might see a lot of owls. This is because owl is hukuro in Japanese, which sounds very similar to Ikebukuro. The neighborhood adopted this animal as their friendly symbol. We start at Ikebukuro Station, the third busiest train station in the world, primarily connecting commuters from Saitama Prefecture to Tokyo City. Ikebukuro Station can be largely divided into the west and east exits. At the west exit, you'll find Tobu Department Store and Lumine Ikebukuro Shopping Mall. At the east exit, you'll find Seibu Department Store, Parco Department Store, Big Camera Main Store, and Labi 1 Yamada Tenki Main Store. We will explore Ikebukuro separated into the west and east exits. At the west exit, I will show you Tokyo Metropolitan Theater, Global Ring, and Chiyu Kakuen Myonichikan. At the east exit, I will show you Sunshine 60th Street, Sunshine City, Otome Road, and the Toshima City office. Outside the west exit, you will find the Tokyo Metropolitan Theater. Built in 1990, it is a cultural hub for music, dance, and theater. Right outside of Tokyo Metropolitan Theater is the Global Ring, a more casual outdoor venue that occasionally hosts performances. When there aren't any performances going on, it is a public plaza. Also a 5-minute walk from the west exit is the Chiyu Kakuen Myonichikan, a modern educational facility designed by American architect Frank Lloyd Wright in the 1920s. Although there is not much to see outside the west exit during the day, it completely transforms into an izakaya hub once the sun goes down. The east exit is the bustling anime core of Ikebukuro. From the Ikebukuro Station east exit, you can follow a road called Sunshine 60th Street. This 200-meter road is lined with fashion stores, popular restaurants, arcades, cinemas, and gachapon stores. It leads to Sunshine City, the landmark of Ikebukuro. Sunshine City is a multi-purpose commercial complex with tons of food and shopping. Its main building, Sunshine 60, was built in 1978 and was the tallest building in Asia at the time. It is known for the Sunshine 60 Observatory on the 60th floor, an indoor deck providing panoramic views of Tokyo. One differentiating factor for this observatory is that it is more family-friendly compared to Tokyo Skytree and Shibuya Sky. Ikebukuro is in Toshima Ward, which places a focus on making a family-friendly city. This is why Ikebukuro is very convenient to visit with kids. Other family-friendly attractions within Sunshine City include Sunshine Aquarium, found on the rooftop of the World Import Mart building, unlike typical seaside aquariums, Konika Minota Planetarium, Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo, the largest in the world, Namco Namja Town, an indoor theme park known for the Kyoto Stadium, which features dumplings from all over Japan, Kashapon Ikebukuro main store, with over 3,000 gacha machines. Otome Road is dedicated to female otakus, called Otome. There are tons of shops for anime, manga, characters, books, games, collectibles, and cosplay fashion. There are also butler cafes, the opposite of maid cafes. A few minutes from Otome Road is Animate, the largest anime store in the world. Aside from Otome Road and Animate, there are countless options for character fans in Ikebukuro. Here are just a few to scratch the surface. Sanrio Cafe, Flower Miffy Juice Garden, Sesame Street Market, Pikachu Sweets, Chiikawa Park, Lila Kuma Store, Mugiwara Store, Kittyland, and Disney Store. In the nearby Toshima City office is a secret place that not many people know about. There is a free public rooftop on the 10th floor called Forest of Toshima. There are also public green terraces on the 4th, 6th, and 8th floors. Designed by Kengo Kuma, the bottom 10 stories are covered by an eco-veil. It gives off the same vibe as the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Stadium, which was also designed by Kengo Kuma. It is a prime example of combining urban space and ecology. Also nearby is the Minami Ikebukuro Park, for those who want to relax between their travels. For travelers short on time, Ikebukuro is not a Tier 1 area to visit. Everything in Ikebukuro can be found in Shinjuku, Harajuku, or Shibuya, except for Otome Road. Therefore, I would recommend Ikebukuro to female otakus or people looking for budget-friendly accommodation. If you decide to find accommodation here, Ikebukuro transportation is very convenient. It is found on the JR Yamanote line, which passes through most of Tokyo's important neighborhoods. In Part 3, we will visit Tokyo's unchanging tourist neighborhoods, Tokyo Dome City, Ueno, Asakusa, and Odaiba. I'll show you unique attractions like amusement parks, beaches, and themed neighborhoods for anime, Japanese kitchenware, and old books. We start by exploring the large area to the north of Tokyo Imperial Palace. We will visit the neighborhoods of Tokyo Dome City, Kagurazaka, Jimbocho, and Akihabara. Although Tokyo Dome City is only one of the 4 neighborhoods on our list, we will call it the Tokyo Dome City area. This area does not have a specific name and it trespasses multiple different wards. Tokyo Dome City is in Bunkyo Ward, Kagurazaka is in Shinjuku Ward, and Jimbocho and Akihabara are in Chiyoda Ward. All 4 neighborhoods have distinct identities. To give you a slight preview, Tokyo Dome City is an amusement park, Jimbocho is an old book town, Akihabara is an electric anime district, and Kagurazaka is known as Little Kyoto. Dynamic, isn't it? Tokyo Dome is the heart of 2 important things for the Japanese: baseball and music. It is the home stadium of baseball team Yomiuri Giants. Baseball is huge in Japan, being the country's most popular sport. Aside from baseball, it is also known as a performing venue for major artists. With a capacity of up to 57,000 people, this huge dome is a dream venue for artists, and playing here is often a symbol of reaching superstar status. Japan is the second largest market for baseball and music, both after the United States. Fun fact, the dome's roof is air supported, staying inflated by slightly higher air pressure inside the stadium compared to outside. Tokyo Dome is surrounded by a full-blown leisure complex called Tokyo Dome City. Here, you can find an amusement park, malls, dining, spa, hotel, wrestling venues, theaters, bowling alleys, and so much more. Tokyo Dome City Attractions is an outdoor amusement park. It is free to enter, but you have to pay for the rides. Popular rides include Big O, one of the few centerless Ferris wheels in the world, and Thunder Dolphin, a roller coaster that passes through a wall. Another popular attraction is Spa L'Aqua. The onsen is built on a mineral hot spring pumped from almost 2 kilometers underground. In addition to the onsen, there are saunas, stone baths, various indoor and outdoor baths, massages, and facials. This is an amazing opportunity to visit a natural hot spring onsen without having to leave Tokyo. The nearby Koshikawa Korakuen Gardens is one of Tokyo's oldest surviving traditional Japanese gardens. It was built in 1629 as a daimyo garden, showcasing Japanese landscape architecture from almost 400 years ago. The close-by Bunkyo Civic Center has a free observation deck on the 25th floor, although it seems to be closed for renovation. Please check the website before you go. Tokyo Dome City also has beautiful illuminations during the winter holiday season. Chimbocho is called Tokyo Book Town. In the late 1800s, bookstores started popping up in the area due to its close proximity to the neighboring universities. Emerging as Tokyo's publishing hub in the 20th century, there are now over 130 bookstores concentrated here. Although most of them sell Japanese books, there's the opportunity to get creative in Chimbocho. You can search for pieces to enjoy despite the language barrier, like art books, magazines, maps, ukiyo-e prints, vinyl records, and more. Not to mention the rare antiques that could be turned into art, home decor, collectibles, or souvenirs. Here are noteworthy bookstores in Chimbocho. Kitazawa Bookstore has around 12,000 foreign vintage books. Iseido Booksellers also has a large foreign collection on the second floor. Sanseido, Takayama Honten, and Books Tokyodo are a few of Japan's oldest bookstores. All three were established in the late 1800s. Bohemian's Guild has art-related books and rare pieces. Yume no Shoten is for old manga books. Magnif is for old magazines. Anekawa Bookstore, also called Nyankodo, only sells books about cats. You might notice a lot of cat themes in Chimbocho. This is because after the war, many bookstores started keeping cats to prevent rats from chewing on their books, so the neighborhood is still known for its many cats. Pompodo is Japan's oldest art supply store, established in 1887. Takeo Miyoncho Honten is a world-renowned paper shop with roughly 2,700 varieties of paper on display in their flagship showroom in Chimbocho. Yamagataya Kamiten is a classic Japanese stationery shop that has been around since 1879. Fun fact, I heard that almost everyone in Japan uses a book cover to prevent strangers from seeing what they're reading. It makes me think about how much you can know about a person from the book they read. Chimbocho actually has another name aside from Booktown. Some people call it Curry Town. This is because Chimbocho is famous for curry. There are over 400 curry stores in Chimbocho. Why is that? Because you can eat it and read at the same time. All you need is a spoon. Curry is cheap, filling, and quick, making it perfect for the student population from the nearby universities. Popular curry restaurants include Curry Bondi, Maji Curry, Curry Rice and Monten Ethiopia Honten, and Kitchen Nankai Chimbocho. After a hearty curry meal, you have to stop by a kisaten, which is a retro cafe. Kisaten and Chimbocho are inseparable. In a literary hub like Chimbocho, kisaten have functioned as a thought exchange for a countless number of writers and academics. Popular kisaten include Seoul, Ladrio, Milonga Nueva, and Mafumi Coffee. Akihabara is paradise for the otakus. Emerging after the Great Kanto earthquake as a black market for radio and electrical parts, it evolved into the go-to neighborhood for electronics and appliances after the war. With the PC boom in the late 20th century, more stores started selling games, anime, and manga. People with the same passion started gathering one by one, growing it into the Akihabara we know of today. Here, you'll find unique and rare electronics, video games, toys, anime, manga, figures, vintage tech, cosplay fashion, and fan merch. You might be wondering why you would go to Akihabara if you're not into what I just listed. This neighborhood has a distinct identity that can only be experienced in Japan, not found anywhere else in the world. Akihabara is the neighborhood of people obsessed with niche passions, and they're proud of it. Even if you're not into shopping, you can visit maid cafes here or themed cafes for anime, games, or fantasy. There are so many stores selling both new and old otaku goods. For first-timers worried about overpaying, I recommend two stores, Animate and Kotobukiya. These stores are reputable retailers who manufacture and sell their own goods so you can have peace of mind without wondering if you paid too much. Other popular stores include Super Potato is a museum-like store for retro games with a retro arcade on the 5th floor. Mandarake is packed with old or rare collectibles. Akihabara Radio Kaiken is a building with each floor boasting different specialty stores. Kigo Akihabara is a popular arcade. Akihabara Gachapon Hall has around 500 gacha machines. If you want to shop electronics, I recommend Yodobashi or Big Camera. If Akihabara is too stimulating and you need a break, stop by Kanda Myojin Shrine. During the Edo period, Tokugawa Ieyasu came here to pray for battle victory. This spiritually important shrine has over 1,300 years of history, with the current buildings dating back to the 17th century. It is dedicated to 3 deities, each for prosperity, fishing, and city protection. If you're lucky, you may be greeted by Akari, the shrine's horse. Fun fact, horses are considered sacred messengers of the gods. Historically, people donated live horses as offerings to the shrines because they believe it helps their prayers reach the gods. Because this was hard to maintain, horses are now drawn on the wooden prayer plaques called ema, which means picture horse. Kagurazaka is called Little Kyoto, known for its charming old town atmosphere. Originally a samurai district during the Edo period, it was an entertainment area with geisha heritage. Start at Iidabashi Station and enjoy a meal or coffee at Canal Cafe on the water. Then head to the bottom of Kagurazaka Dori slope. This is Kagurazaka's main street and is lined with restaurants and stores. Wander off the main street into the stone-paved back alleys, discovering hidden shops with every turn. You might even see a geisha. Thanks to its history as a dining district, it is abundant with intimate Japanese restaurants. Maybe you can reserve a special meal as a treat to yourself. Contrary to its Little Kyoto atmosphere, Kagurazaka has a significant French influence, started in the late 20th century when many French residents moved to Kagurazaka. This is why you can find a lot of French bistros, bakeries, cafes, and wine bars. They are also known for Japanese-French fusion cuisine. For visitors wanting a change in pace from Kagurazaka's dining and shopping, Zenkokuji Temple and Akagi Shrine are frequented by locals. Ueno is where you can see local life in Japan, compared to flashier neighborhoods like Shibuya. Finding accommodation in Ueno is a great choice because it directly connects to Narita Airport in 40 minutes via the Skyliner. It is also on the JR Yamanote line, which is a loop line that goes through Tokyo's main areas such as Tokyo Station, Shibuya, Harajuku, and Shinjuku. Ueno Park takes up about 90% of what there is to see in Ueno. It's safe to say that Ueno Park is Ueno itself. It was the first park in Japan, established in 1873. The start of Ueno Park was a temple. Kaneji was a huge temple that used to cover the entirety of Ueno Park. During the Edo period, they believed that evil spirits came from the northeast and southwest of Edo Castle. To block the bad spirits, they built temples and shrines in that direction. Kaneji Temple and Kandai-myojin Shrine to the northeast, and Jojoji Temple and Hiei Shrine to the southwest. Like Jojoji, Kaneji was the family temple of the Tokugawa shoguns, with 6 of them buried here. During the Poshin War, Kaneji was the backdrop of the 1868 Battle of Ueno. Long story short, there were 2 sides, Tokugawa forces that supported Japan's isolation, and Meiji forces that wanted to open Japan's doors. Meiji eventually won, launching the start of the Meiji era. Kaneji is where the Tokugawa forces held out until the end, with most of the temple buildings destroyed during the battle. You can find the stone monument memorializing the Battle of Ueno in Ueno Park. As Japan started to modernize, they used this massive piece of land to host foreigner-friendly expositions, such as the 1877 First National Industrial Exhibition, 1881 Tokyo Industrial Exposition, and the 1872 Yushima Seido Exposition, which was the start of the Tokyo National Museum. Ueno Zoo was built as a part of these expositions. To commemorate the signing of the joint communique between Japan and China, China gifted pandas to Ueno Zoo, which have now become the mascot of Ueno. Present-day Ueno Park is not merely a park but a product of Japan's history. There are still temple buildings scattered across the park from when it used to be a temple during the Edo period. The numerous expositions held to introduce the country to the rest of the world has led it to become a concentrated core of museums and galleries. Encompassing all of this is its identity as the country's first public park created for the people. Public parks are a Western concept, and Japan adopted it as a symbol of their modernization. Ueno Park is considered a cultural nexus. If you're into culture and history, you can spend days in the park. Ueno Zoo is the oldest zoo in Japan, established in 1882. It houses over 300 species including lions, elephants, and its mascot pandas. There are many food places that are panda themed, such as panda buns, panda castella cakes, panda onigiri, panda bento boxes, and even panda seafood bowls. Tokyo National Museum is Japan's oldest and largest museum featuring the country's cultural treasures. The architecture is a mix of Western building and Japanese roof. The National Museum of Western Art is the only building in Asia designed by Le Corbusier. Known as the father of modern architecture, the building is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Across from the National Museum of Western Art is the building of Le Corbusier's student, Tokyo Metropolitan Festival Hall. For those interested in architecture, you can see how Yoshinobu Ashihara created his building as both a contrast and homage to Le Corbusier. The National Museum of Nature and Science is especially known for its dinosaur and natural history collections. If you watch Part 2, the taxidermy of beloved Hachiko is found here. Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum features temporary exhibitions consisting of both world-class international masters and Japanese artists. Shitamachi Museum is not about famous art or distinguished painters, but instead about everyday life in Edo and Tokyo. Kuroda Memorial Hall is dedicated to Kuroda Seiki, one of Japan's most important painters. Ueno Royal Museum hosts temporary exhibitions rather than a permanent collection. Children's Library is a branch of Japan's National Diet Library focused entirely on children's literature. I personally think that visiting libraries when traveling is a good way to see the country. Aside from the museums and galleries, here's a list of temples and shrines within Ueno Park. There are some surviving structures of Kaneji Temple, including Kiyomizu Kanondo. It worships Kanon, the goddess of mercy. Modeled after Kyoto's Kiyomizu-dera, it has a wooden veranda. There is also a round pine tree that was shown in Edo period ukiyo-e drawings, although this one is a recreation after the original one was destroyed in the late 19th century. Ueno Daibutsu is a bronze Buddha face from 1631. The body and head were lost over the centuries. People preparing for exams or interviews come here to pray. Because the face can no longer fall, it has the meaning that the worshippers have nowhere to fall, only pass. Ueno Toshogu Shrine is dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu. The tomb of Tokugawa Ieyasu is in the Toshogu in Nikko, but this one was constructed for the people in Edo who could not go to Nikko. Built in 1627, it survived wars and natural disasters, maintaining its stunning gold deco. Pentendo Temple is found on a small island in the middle of Shinobazu Pond. It is dedicated to Benzaiten, the goddess of music, art, and water. Even if you're not into museums, you can enjoy Ueno Park's nature: cherry blossoms in the spring, lily ponds in the summer, and fall foliage in the autumn. Boating on Shinobazu Pond is super romantic. You can rest a tempo in the city's cultural heart before continuing the Tokyo adventure. Just south of Ueno Park is Ameyoko Market. The retro vibes of this unpretentious market have attracted locals and tourists alike. Unlike most places in Japan, bargaining is common in Ameyoko Market. Started as a black market after the war, there are two explanations for why it is called Ameyoko. Because ame is candy, some people speculate the name comes from when it was a candy market. The second explanation is because the market sold American goods after the war. Whatever the reason, Ameyoko is a lively market to visit with lots of street food options. There are also various stores selling fashion, sporting goods, and shoes, but don't look for craftsmanship here. They win on the price side. A popular souvenir to buy in Ameyoko is Japanese snacks, with large snack stores like Nikki no Kashi. Although Ueno Park is located in the Taito Ward, immediately to the west of the park is Bunkyo Ward. Bunkyo is known as the Ward of Education, home to prestigious universities like Tokyo University, Tokyo University of the Arts, Ochanomizu University, and Kakushuin University. Yushima Tenmangu Shrine is a Shinto shrine near Ueno Park. It is the most important Tenshin shrine in Tokyo, which means a shrine dedicated to Sugawara no Michizane, the deity of scholarship. Now we will walk 20 minutes west of Ueno to Asakusa. But don't worry, there's a fun neighborhood along the way called Kappabashi. Kappabashi is kitchenware town. The neighborhood's mascot is Kappa, a mythical water creature. However, the name does not come from this creature. It comes from a merchant named Kiyachi who sold raincoats, also called Kappa, by the bridge. People started referring to the area as Kappayabashi, which means the bridge by Kappaya Kiyachi. Today, it is a paradise for kitchen lovers with over 170 kitchenware stores. Kappabashi stores close around 5 p.m. and most stores don't open on Sundays. There's so many stores to explore in Kappabashi, but let me introduce a few that blew my mind. Temachi Hisaya is a soy sauce maker that sells clear soy sauce. I don't know which stores specifically sell this, but I heard of a patented ceramic coffee filter, Sera filter, using aritayaki porcelain technology. Maybe you will stumble upon it. A lot of people come to Kappabashi to buy chef-grade knives. For example, there are premium knives that boast powder metallurgy steel or layered blades. Powder metallurgy steel is made by atomizing molten metal into a fine powder and then consolidating it into a solid mass. Layering is where they forge together layers of different metals, 30, 60, or even sometimes hundreds of layers to make a superior quality knife. Majimaya has over 1,000 cookie cutter shapes. Kanaya Brush has kitchen brushes but is also famous for its toothbrushes, makeup brushes, and lint removal brushes. Union is a store for everything coffee. Also check out some Edo Kiriko, a traditional Japanese glass cutting art designated as a traditional craft of Japan by the government. A 10-minute walk from Kappabashi is Asakusa. It is home to Sensoji, the oldest and most important temple in Tokyo. Start exploring Sensoji at Kaminarimon, the outer gate featuring a massive red 700-kilogram lantern. 2 large guardian deities protect either side of the gate, the god of thunder and lightning and the god of wind. FYI, right outside of the Kaminarimon gate, the Asakusa Culture Tourist Information Center has an 8th floor viewing deck of Nakamisetori and Sensoji. Passing Kaminarimon, you will be greeted by a 250-meter historic shopping street called Nakamisetori. It is lined with traditional stalls selling souvenirs such as ukiyo-e drawings, manekineko, and chopsticks. You can try a bite of everything, from sweets like candied sweet potato and matcha to savory foods like tango and senbei. Don't forget to try the famous deep-fried ground meat cutlet called menchikatsu. As you check out the food and goodies of each stall, you won't even realize that you've reached the inner gate of Sensoji, Hozomon Gate. There are huge sandals on either side of the gate so that evil spirits flee thinking that there is a colossal entity here. Inside the gate, you will find the main hall and the 5-story Asakusa Pagoda. Founded in 628, Sensoji was destroyed and reconstructed multiple times. The current buildings are from the 1960s. There are various ways to enjoy your time at Sensoji. Wash your hands and mouth before entering the main hall. Wave smoke towards yourself for good luck. Try drawing your fortune with omikuji. If you get a good fortune, take it home with you. If you get a bad one, no worries, just tie it on the railing. Buy lucky charms called omamori so your wish comes true. Watch the colorful koi fish in the pond. Or rent a kimono and ride around the surrounding area in a rickshaw. The entire Asakusa area around Sensoji has a historical charm, full of traditional foods and crafts. It's a great place to buy traditional souvenirs, such as handkerchiefs, wooden combs, fans, chopsticks, lacquerware, washi crafts, taruma dolls, and manekineko. The list goes on. For manekineko, if the cat is waving its right paw, it's beckoning wealth/customers. If it's waving its left paw, it's beckoning friends/guests. Aside from Sensoji, there are a few notable attractions in Asakusa. Tenboin Street is filled with statues of Japanese Robin Hood, who stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Happy Street is full of izakayas for people looking to start the drinking party as early as noon. Orange Street is actually orange. Shin Nakamise Street is a covered shopping arcade. Nishisando Shopping Street has less tourists and is more local. Asakusa Underground Shopping Street is the oldest underground shopping street in Japan. If you experience Tokyo's past in Asakusa, you can cross the Sumida River to meet the future of Tokyo. Sumida River Walk is a 1-kilometer bridge traversing across the river. The 20 minutes will go by in a whim as you see Tokyo Skytree getting bigger and bigger as you walk towards it. Beside the Skytree is Asahi Group Headquarters Building and Super Dry Hall. On the other side of the river, you will be greeted by Sumida Park. If you're thirsty from the walk across the river, you can visit the Asahi Group Headquarters Building, which was designed to look like a glass full of beer. The Sky Room on the 22nd floor is where you can quench your thirst with an Asahi beer while overlooking the Sumida River. After enjoying your beer, walk along Mizumachi to Tokyo Skytree. Mizumachi is a modern riverside complex full of aesthetic cafes and restaurants, and still not well known to tourists. Tokyo Skytree is the tallest tower in Japan and second tallest structure in the world after Burj Khalifa. It was built as a broadcast tower to replace Tokyo Tower for digital broadcasting. There are two observation decks, one at 350 meters and the other at 450 meters, with different pricing depending on the height. The view doesn't need explanation, so I will tell you a fun fact. Tokyo Skytree was influenced by Sensoji's 5-story pagoda. Like Edo period pagodas, Skytree has a reinforced central pillar that allows the tower to sway slightly during earthquakes, which is exactly what makes pagodas so earthquake resilient. At the base of Tokyo Skytree is a commercial complex called Tokyo Skytree Town, which houses Solamachi Mall, Sumida Aquarium, and Planetarium Tenku. Now we will follow the Sumida River south, and I will show you 3 neighborhoods along the river. Kurame is the Brooklyn of Tokyo. This neighborhood was a craftsmanship district home to leather, shoe, and dye workshops. Today, it is full of warehouse-turned-specialty cafes. Come visit if you want a laid-back day of cafe hopping and artisanal studios. You can even partake in interactive workshops like leather crafting, jewelry making, chopstick making, custom notebook making, and coffee tasting. Ryogoku Sumo Town is, as the name suggests, the heart of Japan's sumo culture. Ryogoku Gokugikan is the main sumo arena in Tokyo, and you can try to get tickets during tournament season. There are also sumo stables where wrestlers live and train. Some stables allow visitors to watch early morning training sessions for free outside the window. If you want to be safe, you can book a guided sumo tour. Don't forget to try chanko nabe, which means sumo wrestler's hot pot. It is a hearty hot pot commonly eaten in vast quantities by sumo wrestlers to increase weight. Some sumo stables even open their doors to visitors for lunch and dinner, allowing visitors to experience authentic sumo cuisine. A bit unrelated to sumo, but in the area is the Edo Tokyo Museum, which is great for people fascinated by Edo's history. I will also mention Tsukishima Monza Street. Found on Tsukishima, a small artificial island across from Tsukiji, it is a 250-meter street with around 70 monzayaki eateries. Monzayaki is Tokyo's runnier version of Osaka's okonomiyaki. It started as an easy dish among working-class fishermen and dock workers. After the war, it spread across Tokyo, but Tsukishima remained the main hub. Today, it has become a Tokyo comfort food. Although it is difficult to deliberately visit Tsukishima Monza Street in between your busy itinerary, I recommend trying monzayaki at any restaurant in Tokyo. Odaiba is a man-made collection of islands known for its futuristic vibe and spectacular view of Tokyo Bay. It was originally built in the 1850s under the shogun's orders to protect the city from naval attacks. Because Japan was still under the shogun's isolation policy, they tried to keep the foreigners out when Western ships were increasingly appearing near Edo Bay. Taiba means battery, and they put the honorific prefix O because Taiba was part of military land. 6 artificial islands were constructed, connected by bridges and seawalls, and equipped with cannons facing the bay. However, the military role of Odaiba was short-lived because the Treaty of Kanagawa was signed in 1854. This pivotal treaty opened Japan to trade and diplomatic relations with the United States, effectively marking the start of Japan's modernization. Fast forward to the 1980s, and the city started redeveloping the area into a commercial and leisure district. There's a fun way to get to Odaiba. From Asakusa, you can ride the water bus. It is a scenic ride along the Sumida River that provides an hour of river cruising. For a higher price, you can choose the Himiko boat. Himiko is a futuristic boat designed by legendary manga artist Leiji Matsumoto. For visitors wanting the full Odaiba experience, you can take the Yurikamome monorail from Shinbashi Station. Shinbashi is on the JR Yamanote line, so transportation to other major Tokyo areas is very convenient. On top of being a means of transportation, it is also considered a method to sightsee Odaiba. There are 3 areas worth visiting in Odaiba: Toyosu, Ariake, and Taiba. Yurikamome monorail goes through all 3 areas, with liberal on and off at the stations if you get the one-day pass. Let's start at Toyosu, which boasts 2 main attractions, Toyosu Market and Team Lab Planets. If you watched part 1, you will know that Toyosu Market is the new home of the Tsukiji Inner Market. It is a large seafood market known for its early morning tuna auction. If you want to see the tuna auction, aim to get here before 5:30 a.m. For a fresh sushi meal inside Toyosu Market, you should try to come for breakfast as most shops close their shutters typically before lunch. However, do not fret because outside the Toyosu Market building is Toyosu Sankyaku Pannai, an Edo-style market opened in 2024 that serves fresh seafood all through the day. There's also a 24-hour natural hot spring onsen called Tokyo Toyosu Manyo Club. TeamLab Planets in Toyosu is one of 2 TeamLab installations in Tokyo. The other TeamLab Borderless is in Azabudai Hills. TeamLab is an acclaimed immersive art experience and no explanation will do it justice, so hopefully you can experience it for yourself. Now we will move on to Ariake. The Ariake Shiki Theater Company features high-quality productions like Phantom of the Opera, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. Ariake Garden Shopping Mall is home to one of the largest Muji stores in the Kanto region and an onsen called Izumi Tenku. Tokyo Small World's Miniature Museum is one of the largest indoor miniature museums in the world. Lastly, Tokyo Big Sight, also known as Tokyo International Exhibition Center, hosts Comiket, the largest anime fan convention in the world. Taiba is where you can experience Tokyo's beach and seaside vibes. Fuji Television Building is known for its sci-fi appearance, designed by Kenzo Tange. The sphere suspended in the middle is an observation deck with views of Odaiba, Tokyo Bay, and the city skyline. You'll also find a souvenir shop for Fuji television shows inside the building. At Odaiba Seaside Park, don't be surprised if you find the Statue of Liberty. This replica is 1/4 of the original's height and is placed sensibly with Rainbow Bridge and the water in the background. Just like the one in NYC, it was gifted by France. Rainbow Bridge is an 800-meter suspension bridge that connects Odaiba and central Tokyo. It is famous for decorating Tokyo Bay with its colorful illuminations at night. It is pedestrian-friendly and you could cross it in 20 minutes on foot. There are also various options for shopping and entertainment in Taiba. Aqua City has one of the largest restaurant zones in Taiba, home to Tokyo Ramen Kokukigan, popular Hawaiian burger shop Kua Aina, and many other restaurants with terrace views of Tokyo Bay. Diver City Mall boasts the massive Unicorn Gundam statue. Tex Tokyo Beach focuses more on entertainment rather than shopping. It is home to indoor amusement park Joy Palace, Legoland Discovery Center, Madame Tussauds Tokyo, Trick Art Museum, Takoyaki Museum, and the retro post-war shopping street Taiba Itsuchome. Telecom Center Building is a hidden spot that not many people know about, where you can see Tokyo Bay for a very affordable price. You can even see Yokohama. Before we wrap up, I must mention Tokyo Disney Resort. Located only a 20-minute train ride from Tokyo Station, it welcomed over 27 million visitors in 2024. What differentiates Tokyo Disney is that there are 2 theme parks, Disneyland and Disney Sea. Disneyland is a classic castle park with 7 themed lands. Disney Sea, opened in 2001, is a completely unique, nautical-themed park exclusive to Japan, organized into 7 ports of call. That is the end of my Tokyo travel guide. If you found my content helpful, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Together, we explored Tokyo extensively over 3 parts. While this guide provides a solid foundation to understanding Tokyo, the most memorable moments are the ones you never saw coming. This city rewards the curious, so don't be afraid to get lost in Tokyo. Thank you so much for joining me, and for those of you planning Tokyo travel, have an awesome trip.